Juice is messing up again. Juice is.
I mean, we
Hey.
all knew he was an owl, but like,
Yeah,
okay.
Maddie. Ooh.
Ooh.
So he's gonna be a little late, I guess.
Damn.
He was already late. He got stuck in some traffic.
Ah, yes. Traffic.
Hey, yo, get out of the fucking
Hey, I'm walking here.
So I guess.
Let that be the fall zone.
road.
So I guess starter wise, we've got Marcus Orman, Creed, and Elias.
Yeah. I imagine that Zorman just started like brewing a pot of tea.
In where? In
Yes.
In the place.
They have a bag of holding.
Why not? A bag of holding actually do have.
bag of holding. What are you gonna do? Put a fucking stove in it?
Yeah.
No, it.
I was
it
saying
uses
you could
heat,
pull
it
a
doesn't
stove
cook.
out of the bag of holding and put it, make a small fire.
I was
That
gonna
already
say,
doesn't
like
allow
a small little fire on the mess kit.
Yes. Either that or you can just pull out actually already warm tea because bags of holding, don't let things lose temperature. Fun facts.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah, I have some tea set
Fucking
up and
Mary
everything.
Poppins.
Creed would ask for some.
Would like pour some tea.
You just see Creed kind of lift the cup up really high and just pour it into the mask.
Perfectly pours it into the mask. Not a single drop out misplaced.
He used to eat in this thing for years. He actually did.
Yeah, it's mint tea. It seems like.
Oh, perfect.
Fun.
Not gonna ask.
So yeah. This time Elias, I guess, shows up. Would you like
Yeah,
a
because
cup of tea?
Kamari was here before early.
Yeah, we're all
Kumar
having tea
killing.
and chilling.
Appreciative, but no.
Okay. Oh yes. By the way, I think we got off on the wrong foot earlier. Kind of put their hand out. The name's Zorman, by the way.
Sorman, I hear you're the 7th highest ranking person here.
Yeah. The upper.
Excellent.
Upper five. Bit blurry.
Excellent. It sounds like you'll be of use. She would not shake your hand.
So I'm kind of put their hand back. So, guessing after a little bit.
Hey, Angel, what's your current rank? Sorry, I forgot.
That would be let me
You're
see.
blue?
It's the second highest rank. It's rank right under black. Gray, I believe it is. Yeah.
Yeah, gray.
Gray. Yeah, I'm gray. Technically, all grays are equal rank, so it's kind of blurry there.
Well, she would have been making a comment when you said earlier that there were only 6 people in Star Mantle who ranked higher than you, which is why she said, "I hear you're the 7th highest ranking person here."
Yeah.
Z, what rank are you? I was just curious.
Annoyed.
I'm rank red, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Just checking, because keep going. You're good. Just checking.
So, hey, Two here yet? Just in general. Nope, seems he's still gone.
Here's the
Thank the
note.
gods. Oh, thank
Yeah.
the gods for the undo button.
Tara,
Huh?
you show up now. Well,
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Alright, well then Violet just busting in, just kicking the doors open.
looks at the clock that's on the wall. Oh, you're right on time.
Violet's just like out of breath, just like
Would you like some tea?
okay.
Violet, don't
Hey,
you have a broom of flying? Why did you walk here?
That's a great point.
Oh right, I do have that, don't I? I totally didn't get lost and wander around my house 80 times.
It implies Jericho has a house.
Energetic.
Just give me a second. Oh, I'm gonna barf. Oh.
It's, around this point, Jericho, or Violet, get a like sending ping from good old Marin here.
Oh, I'm getting a sending.
Do you
Yeah, just like
choose
the
to
ping
accept?
one's coming in.
Do you choose to accept?
Violet just like kind of puts a finger up to the other people in the room, just like, give me a second. And as they take out the sending stone, they're just like, hello?
All right, great. With the sending accepted, a second door is kicked in. This time being a dimension door from Marin, as he is just as rushed as Violet was.
Mayor, you're a
Maybe-
bit late.
Hi.
That's unusual for you.
Apologies, a little bit caught up with some things. Just like shaking out one of his sleeves. A small rock, which Creed you would recognize, just kind of falls out of one of them. Oh, that's not supposed to. Leans
this a
down in his
star?
pocket. That respond.
Why is there a rock in your sleeve?
As mentioned, a little tied up. Well, everyone,
Would you like some
Oh.
tea?
we are missing some people. Gladly.
Kind of pour you like. Well, these are actually pretty fancy cups. Kind of just slide it over to you.
Rather than that. Well, not quite as many people as I'd hoped to have, but
Yeah.
decent haul.
To be fair, this is their first time even being in this city, so they might have gotten lost.
There.
I'm surprised. I'm curious
One
where
second.
Azure
Look,
is.
map of the city, if they want one, just to help them get around for a little bit.
We
Hey,
just-
and there's a break. Hey,
There's
yeah.
the
Hey everyone,
The man of the hour.
what was that? What y'all mean?
Jukes is not actually here, he's actually dead.
Oh, that sounds.
Um,
You guys didn't kill him, right?
no, not yet.
Debatable.
not yet.
That happens later, whenever we do our ritual sacrifices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's fun.
So have you guys actually been role playing or? You,
Well,
just
we-
started
We
me?
just started.
We started
we were
like
just
10 minutes ago.
Just barely gathering.
Yeah,
Wow.
there was people actually getting there.
Wow. You guys can do wherever the fuck you want, really.
It was decided back at the same round table because
Okay.
honestly, where else?
Well, so we have to go to the round table. It's fun.
They probably
Creed's
don't
got a
know.
bar.
Well,
Yeah.
it was commented that they probably don't know where that is, at least yet.
Some of them are. Some of them would, but like most of them would.
Yeah, which is why we
I
just
think-
went back up here.
Two of them wouldn't, is the thing.
But yeah.
I got in and out.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh right, Brick. I still need to. Yeah, that's later. I think canonically that happened, but
So
Creed,
What can happen?
Creed and talking to Danner and Luna real quick.
Yeah, we'll get around to that in a second.
Brick's just shoving a burger down his throat. Yep.
I am. I just got home from work, dude. Worked my
Couldn't-
ass off. Someone got fucking arrested today.
What?
Hot.
In the Cinnabon or where? Where? Explain.
At the mall,
Oh, okay.
there's an old guy who apparently escaped Riverside County Jail and was just kind of fucking doing shit.
Did
Man.
he go into the cinema?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he fucking took a bag from us and just put it on his head. And he said he was the Cinna King. It's fucking weird, man.
Respect him. Brick.
Respectable.
That was the weirdest thing I have ever seen another human being do.
He's
Brick,
the
Brick had
cynic.
entered the Florida zone.
You
No,
thought more so-
dude,
that says more
I'm
about
not
you than
even.
it does
I'm
about
not
him.
even. I'm not even lying. Like, dude, I was sitting. Here's the thing. Today I was sampling. Today I was the sampler guy, right? So I was sitting outside. So it didn't even affect me because I was outside the store. But like, it's a tiny ass store. So there's a bunch of women who just saw just this old dude who apparently was in his 70s just walk in with full ass prison attire, by the way, full ass. And he comes in, he puts on a fucking bag, and then he goes out, right? And then he starts fucking digging through the trash can, eating trash. Like,
Why did you need? I'm not gonna.
Well.
Okay.
Oh.
obviously, boss called the cops, and fucking manager and sheriff came over and was like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
So what are we
They didn't
doing?
even arrest him. We're just like, are you
Return with
okay
cake
mentally,
and
sir?
ice
Alright.
cream.
Oh, Dukes is
Oh,
here.
you're back.
Hey, there we go. Hey.
I'm sorry, cake and ice cream required my attention.
A valid fact.
Understandable.
I mean, a burger, so I respect it.
You know,
I'm eating a sandwich.
funny
I had a
fact.
steak.
Funny fact. I've done four.
I just finished a bowl of popcorn. I should have saved it for this because this is a very interesting time to
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
experienced.
hop around VCs as you wish.
I found Walden.
Have fun, guys.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Yeah.
like, I've had to go to 4 sessions today, and I had to go to a voice acting thing, so I'm in.
Damn.
And so, I understand you're a little busy, Rick, but do you think you could mark out a starting line for me in the infinite void that is the possibilities of these stupid interactions?
So you've been called over to like meet with them at some point. The only reason that you didn't show up earlier was because you know the dragon guy had you doing some shit.
Can you also
Yeah.
give me one?
What am I to tell you? Like we have to meet these
Airshore has
people.
been
You're-
called. You must
Already
do
You guys
read
got
so.
7 years to get to know each other before you're actually fucking going out to kill shit with each other.
So.
Damn.
So, how late would you like to be to this meeting?
I would like to conveniently show up at the door at the exact same time as Marin.
Okay, well that's very convenient because Marin didn't show up at the door.
He made
So
his own
he
door.
Okay,
walks in the door as
recap.
you teleport in.
Yeah, recap of what just happened. Everyone's, sitting around waiting up. Azorman makes some tea for everybody. Very minor talk. No one's even really acknowledged each other. Jericho busts through the door, saying that they got caught up with things. A couple seconds later, Jericho gets like a sending ping in their head from Marin,
No,
who channeled that.
No.
Channeled that with the Dimension Door with the evocation stance.
No.
Busted through
Violet,
what's up?
Violet did not get caught up with things. As Violet said, they thought they were late.
Hopelessly
They are
lost.
directionally challenged. They did laps around their house, being lost for 80 times, and then eventually got there.
Perfectly on time.
Jericho just kicked in the door. Marin makes that, also rushed, kicks in a Dimension Door, so I guess Airshore just kicked in the third door.
Vincent would have probably arrived late.
How
Oh,
late?
great, with everyone else.
So you're saying
Uh,
everyone came right and then left and then came back late.
No,
Yeah.
half of us were early.
Is it a surface
Look at how
tradition
a
to kick
rock
open
goes
so many
through.
doors?
Vincent does not kick any doors. He
No,
just
these
walks
people
up.
are just kind of, how do you put it? Intelligently challenged.
Except for
That's
me. I
something
don't
my
know what's
father
wrong
would
with
Fucking
him.
retarded.
A voice from
What appears
God's
to have-
name was, man, they're fucking retarded.
Just Ao, the god of bricks, just says Ao. You guys retarded.
Seems there's one more intellectually challenged as you might think, because actually it is quite a common tradition down here. Or, I suppose, up in terms of us.
What's he saying?
Brick looks like where's Waldo? That's what I said. Oh, I found Waldo. That's why I said that.
Yes,
Biscuit.
I have a Waldo costume. It is just from my Waldo costume. You are not original. I literally wore this for Halloween one year. It's just a comfy shirt, man.
Yes, I say it every time he wears it though.
Everyone does. It's
It
funny.
is tradition.
It's a comfy shirt, man.
We're not judging you. It's just tradition. We have to.
Yeah.
Compared to the tight ass shirt I have to wear for work, dog. This is
Legally
comfy
binding
as fuck.
contract.
Yeah.
If you want something really fun to happen, put in 5 wilds and make Brick have to answer a question, so he has to run over and put on a suit.
Yeah.
I could just divination that.
Also, Creed pretty much just took off back to his house so fast, and such a short amount of time. It looks like Creed never left. Just
So,
been here the whole time.
Anyways, let's get back to
What
it.
you may do again.
Yeah.
but I guess right as
you
he
guys
spawns
wanna do
in,
it?
there's an air war.
Brick, I do need to speak to you though.
Later.
Is this the right place?
Oh, perfect.
Are you the one that wasn't here earlier?
Could you elaborate a little bit? I'm not sure what you mean.
We all convened not too long ago. There was a bit of a call from what I've been told, and not everyone turned out.
And you guys didn't tell me.
Oh, I just know my boss told me I was supposed to be here. I think this is the right place.
Why didn't you guys tell me we were going to be meeting a bunch of hot A's?
Oh, okay.
Who is that? I feel slightly uncomfortable with their statement.
Yeah, most of us do.
Excuse me, what?
That's Jericho.
Or Violet.
Jericho.
Violet.
Hapless?
Depends.
Single and ready to mingle.
I'm sorry. How often does this happen?
Please,
At least
everyone.
twice a day, if not more.
Please, everyone. Give me some room to breathe. Apologies for the suddenness of all this, but that you are in the right place. That right there is Violet, one of our many colorful casts.
And single.
And this is and single.
Hello, Violet. My name's Abrador.
Would you like some tea?
Oh,
Apologies. My name's Erjor. Hello.
Ezra, would you like some tea?
Sure. What kind of tea?
Mint.
Ooh, perfect. Mom makes that all the time.
Pour a cup of tea and then just kind of like slide it over to the seat he's supposed to be at.
well, most of us gathered here. So, Angela, right?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet. We're all a little bit new on all of this, but seems like someone here has got no problem breaking the ice.
Violet, you can sit next to me.
Violet is surprised that someone actually wants him to sit next to them.
Erjor has failed to respond because he is continuing to sip the tea vigorously.
Violet is just so used to everyone being like, no, you sit next to her. No, you sit next to her.
And it's just... Thank you, that was very good. What's your name again?
Oh, my name is Zorman Solstum.
Okay. Thank you. You say something about breaking ice? We're going somewhere cold.
Maybe. Actually,
Possibly.
that's...
Possibly. It really depends on who you'd like to go for. But for the time being, we're all just here to get to know each other before we begin to work.
Okay.
So, please, have a seat.
Azure just for the record, I am just excited. I am not intending to make Azure's voice this squeaky.
I mean, you
Vince,
could be as Airjor is excited as well. And it's just
That
like,
is fair.
Vincent's also having arrived late. She would have pulled out a chair.
So I'm just gonna kind of like look at you for a second, and then look at the tea cup, like the tea with the cup in front of you, for a second, and then just kind of look away.
Yeah, so I guess wherever is there like grabbing a seat somewhere?
Probably nearby Zorman.
Right. Slight cloud of blur, and I'm just gonna go ahead and misty step to the one next to him.
You really like your teleportation magics today, don't you?
Convenience is key.
What's there not to like? It's very fun magic.
Oh, are you a Gastro as well?
Uh, half.
Ah, no. Not my fair share. I part-time professor over at the Arcane Colleges.
Ooh, you're smart then.
Some would say. Although sometimes
I don't
many
think
of the
anyone will
people
call
who
me
are-
smart, but it doesn't stop me from doing anything.
Well, then it seems to me like you've got all the smarts you need.
What type of magic do you use?
I think my boss says it's like called divine.
ah,
That means he's either
That's-
a cleric or a paladin.
I believe he said that I undertook something called the Oath of the Ancients.
Oh, he's a paladin. Interesting. I haven't looked into paladin magic before.
it's quite interesting. The differences between their magics and some of the others.
Yeah, I've never been able to keep up with how magic stuff works. Always been too focused on how physical things work.
Everyone has their specialities.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's out of the way. I know that many of you have already somewhat been introduced, but I suppose I can start things off here. For anyone who hasn't already heard, Baron Meriden, and I suppose, Zorman, you can help me out on this. I. What's up?
I'm sorry. Your name is Marin?
Haven't we been over this? Haven't we?
Yes, and you didn't clarify last time either, and you've said it a second time, and it still sounds like Marin to me.
Meriden. Previously, and if it makes it any easier for you, Lena.
Oh, I heard it wrong the first time too.
There are some cons to having double M's.
Well,
So it's Marin Merida.
Close enough. Close.
well, for the two people I didn't introduce myself to already. My name is Vincent. Vincent Fellows.
Hello.
It is probably going to be a pleasure to work with you.
Would wave.
I think I've talked to most of you, but name is Zorman Solston, and my wolf over here is named Moonwish.
You have a wolf? Can I pet him?
The wolf, Zorman will do a double whistle, and the wolf will just appear behind you.
Yes.
The wolf is shiny
Erzor is now petting the
and
wolf.
size large.
Like a whole ass dire wolf right there.
There's the wolf, by the way, Jukes.
Yes, yes. Erzor is giving the wolf all of the pets he desires.
As Zorman would just say, it's a she, by the way.
Seems you two are getting along just fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to introduce who my boss is. Hello? I am Erzor, right hand of the Dragon of Dreams.
Oh, I've worked with your boss in the past.
I've never really had much interactions, but I've heard great things. You're the right hand, then. Mark me excited.
He's a very nice person. He actually made this sword for me. And, taps on the scabbard on his hip.
Is it gentle in some way?
Yeah. I guess that's the word for it. He draws it, and it's very much not made of metal, but horn.
Well, what?
The sword, it's not metal.
Huh. That's unique.
I can't say I've seen anything like that.
It still works. He stows it back again. Oh, right, it's impolite to have a drawn weapon in a meeting. My bad.
Not the first time and won't be the last time someone draws a weapon at one of these meetings.
Trust me,
I do believe we should continue on with the introduction.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But no, trust me, this is perfectly fine.
Trust me, cordiality is not entirely necessary with all of us. I mean,
Oh, that's nice.
if having weapons drawn at the table was taboo for us, then I'd have to ask Creed to get his elbows off the table.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, Creed had to go out to take a
Oh, no,
sending
no.
for a second. He'll be back in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Creed was the person with the wolf mask.
You probably saw him on your way in.
The imagery ring a bell of a large man with a wolf mask?
Probably would have talked to him if I saw him. I don't think I did.
Fair enough.
He walked in briefly and then quickly went to the other room earlier.
Okay. Erzor gets back to petting Moonwish.
Moonwish seems to very much enjoy this. As you are petting the shiny wolf.
Erzor silently takes a comb out of his bag.
Oh yeah, Moonwish is very soft. Like, silky soft.
No. Vincent, was it?
Vincent, yes, that's my name.
Say, I heard your name here and there, but never really gotten into any formalities. Is there anything specific that you're don't want to say known for, but
What
you
is known for is fine. Bounty hunting and monster hunting are something I do partake in my time.
Interesting.
It's more of a way to help them. The
Fair
place I
enough.
lived in usually has some issues before, and I helped get rid of those issues. Just simply wish to for them.
Kumai, have you introduced yourself yet?
Don't believe I have. For those of you who haven't seen me at the shop, if you've been there or not, I'm Kamari Meriden. I run the general store here, have many wares to sell there, and I generally stay kind of out of business and away from most of the goings on that these people all take to. They're a bit much at sometimes, so I tend to stay out of their way unless they need help. But
If
if, if needed, I can provide any assistance to any of you all.
I
if you all
sorry, you were speaking, Violet. What?
I never spoke. That was someone else.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was you.
That was Vincent.
the awkward silence when two
Oh,
people speak up after awkward silence.
Sorry. Go on.
Well, if you all do not mind, I was going to ask what you all do for a living. I was curious. Let's see if it's not too much of a sore subject for any of you.
Man, you want to go first?
I suppose. As many of you have likely figured out by now, your times in the city, I run my ways in medicinal practices. Many of the actual, how would you say, workings mostly revolve around general health by now, though if you do remember back in the frenzy epidemic, biological technology is what I pride myself on. The Kalem filters were one of my earlier designs. Now I mostly focus in general health. Potions, snow kits, the works.
What was the frenzy virus again?
Were you unaffected?
Moondragon. To use with the Moondragon, they probably didn't really get out that far into the forest.
I was doing plenty of missions for him.
Back many years ago by this point, a small epidemic hit the world. A terrible disease that took control of the user's mind and reduced them down to what can only be described as savagery.
Oh.
Patient Zero was, let's say, an old friend of mine.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Like
More
a fever spiders?
similar. Yes, I'm not all too educated on the subject, but I've heard bits. To learn that, but as viral infections go, the frenzy wasn't exactly the most sustainable by itself. Thus, patient Zero is eradicated. Most of the rest falls apart. Through work of this group and my own efforts, it's safe to say that the frenzy is nearly no more.
Patient Zero, to be clear, was a giant dragon.
Not someone you really like being around. Was one of our other missions is to go and take down that one.
Yeah. Interesting time.
You could say that again.
So, continuing on. Zorman, if you would. If you
Okay. I run two businesses, a housing business that houses over 80% of the population of Starmantle, including food and basic food and water. I also run a mining operation with my friend Creed over here. That through magical means we are able to track down where resources are and mine them for use in different projects. Um, Kumari, if you want to go next, I guess.
Alright. As I said before, I run the general store here, or multiple of them, as there are several in this city. Uh, we sell most of a little bit of everything. Some of his potions, gesturing over to Marin, and some of the materials made with the metals gathered in the mining operation, along with, at least as of lately, supposedly we're going to be expanding with some possible magic items and other added wares from other businesses around town. It's, I think, one of the largest stores in the town and should be expanding out into the wider world sometime soon.
very just like nervously looking at Violet. Fine.
Yeah, everyone's just like everyone turns to look at Violet all at once in unison.
Anyone
Violet
else
the
wish to
coward.
divulge? Anyone else?
Violet just kind of sweats because everyone's looking at him. They're extroverted, but like the pressure. Violet just kind of raises their mechanical hand as they're like, Violet here. That's me. Yeah. Yeah. Single, by the way.
Mari just face palms in the background.
Certainly,
I
you have
think
a
you can
pies
sit
the
back
Damo.
down now.
What was that, sorry?
Certainly, you have a pies the Diamo.
Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. And yes, that was in character.
Spanish is a canonical language, damn.
Spanish is a canonical language, damn.
I can tell.
We've already established this in chapter 2.
No. It's excusable with your heritage that I can tell from your blue eyes. A pies Diamo is a male sex slave. You could be single and still have one of those.
No, I don't have one of those. Sorry.
Azure has buried his head in Moonwish's fur.
Zorman has face palmed completely.
Yeah, Kamari has just like face palmed and it's like, oh gosh.
If you could see Vincent's face, he's just staring blank.
Violet is mind. It's like I didn't know that was a thing I could do. But time to like out loud, like no, I don't have one of those.
It's quite common in our culture, but I know that you daughters of Ulysses practice different methods.
Oh no. Sorry. I don't have parents.
Not birth parents, the deity that molded you.
I see. I thought my parents molded me.
Oh, I just asked about people's jobs. What the fuck?
Zorma's just gonna just hit their fist onto like the table. Anyways, back on topic from whatever the fuck that is. I didn't.
You know, let's ask you. He'll point over to Elise. What's your job? What do you do?
I am Ilhar of House Doerden. What's yours?
What?
Are you asking for their house?
No, their job. They so vehemently wish to know mine. I am Ilhar of House Doerden.
I already said
Is yours.
my job.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I'm about to enter as a monster hunter. I do that as a living.
Wouldn't that be more of a hobby? Hunting?
No, because I've made it a full-time job.
If you hunt big enough creatures,
Yes.
their parts are worth quite a bit of coin.
Yeah. And plus, the townsfolk do sometimes pay you well if it is a favor.
Hunting can still be a hobby, even if you hunt big game. The money involved doesn't make it a job. And secondly, I believe all of our jobs are running errands for Starmantle. Isn't that why we're here, getting to know each other?
Someone can have more than one job.
That's not what I'm getting at. I was trying to discuss with Violet our heritage and cultures, as I know she comes from a different one than mine. That's getting to know each other.
Don't say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Say
it.
it.
I'm not
Say
gonna
it. Say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
It's Jericho. You know they would say it.
Yeah, say it. Then.
It's
Come on.
completely in character to say it.
It is entirely within your right to say it. Do it.
Feel like comment? Go ahead.
Go on. Do
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
do it.
it's in character.
Do it. Come on. We're waiting.
God damn, young boys. Violet just kind of slowly raises their hand and they're like, I don't think slavery counts as a culture.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Only a fraction.
What?
Listen, trials are weird. Anyways, let's move on.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
That was an amazing answer. What about you? He would look over to Urja. Urja? That's how to pronounce your name? You, the one who's petting that Moonwish. What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, officially, I'm the right hand of the Dragon of Dreams. He just has me do things that he doesn't want to go do himself, either due to convenience or because he wants to stay on his rock.
He is. Yeah, it can be quite lazy at times. I know that.
It's usually just transporting things, protecting people, sometimes ensuring something is the truth or not by investigating it personally.
Does he pay well for that?
Well, yeah. Make sure my mom is well kept, taken care of, and gives me equipment and food.
Huh. Neat.
Seems like a worthwhile job.
On a side note, everyone, his face would have like what looks like to be like glitter or something on it, just from Moonwish. Very shiny glitter looking thing.
You glittered the wolf?
No, the wolf comes glittered when it teleports in.
The wolf
glittered
Why?
itself?
No, that's Saloon.
Oh.
Saloon glitters the wolf. Don't ask me. I figured it
The
out.
loon glittered the wolf.
Yeah.
Chaos gods. They're fun. They're amazing. Chaos domain.
Anyways, yeah.
Was that all you wanted to know?
I mean, we will have to get to know each other eventually. We'll have to be with 7 years. Stuck with everyone here.
I'd love to get to know hot people.
What?
Oh,
You said that Creed person was in a different room. Can I go meet them real quick?
Yes.
They might be a
he's
moment.
he's talking. He's probably
Okay.
talking to his wife over the sending, his sending stone.
Okay.
Leave him be for a bit. He can get antsy when people try to interrupt him while he's talking to his wife.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably best to not bother him about that. While he's in that process.
Yeah. It shouldn't be too much longer. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, I guess how long he takes depends on the subject.
Okay, so here's a quick question everyone should be able to answer very fast. What's your favorite color? I've always been a fan of orange and red.
Yellow.
What about you, Kumar?
Any variety of silver or green.
Matt?
It's like looks down at his entire outfit of just all comprised of dark purples and blues. Honestly, I'm not quite sure.
Always knew you were a fan of neon green.
A wonderful enjoyer of hot pink.
No, it's a baby pink.
No, an enjoyer of a nice peach.
Violet, what would be your favorite color?
I think I might have a guess. I think I might.
Probably just kind of looks down at the lap for a second. They kind of just looks at the person speaking to them again. It's just like.
Is your favorite color by chance green?
I always thought it was purple.
But then again, it could be red. It could
I know.
My favorite color is purple.
Oh. Makes sense.
Shocker.
Couldn't tell.
Where do you think I got the name from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Why do you think an orange was named an orange?
Because humans are weird.
Humans are.
True. True.
That is not an incorrect statement. They are
weird too, so.
This world.
So, Eardron?
Mine is the color of leaves when the noon light hits the canopy of trees.
So, slightly dark green
well.
with a pinch of light green. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Used to be a ranger, so I know these things.
Oh.
How about you? Kind of look over to
Alice.
Alice, what's your favorite color?
Royal purple.
See, we have a few common colors between all of us.
We have a lot of
Violet just looks at the other, just like, we have so much in common.
Violet, there's a thing in chat for you.
Oh, is
I
there?
didn't want to interrupt the voice chatting.
Is there? Let me see.
Well, if I had to decide something not to, I would have to say maybe Sapphire.
That's a nice color. How do you guys want to just talk? You guys want to go over something interesting about yourself or something? I don't know.
As interesting as these little queries have been, it does seem a little strange to be going over all of this in the middle of
We're all just sitting at a meeting room table and discussing simple questions like, what is your favorite color?
I mean,
This is important.
see that
ways to talk.
that right there is what we need in this group.
Common sense is a virtue.
I mean,
Plain and simplistic too. We've been missing that for a while.
Well, clearly.
if you guys come up with something to talk about, then go ahead. I was just
The
trying to.
drow are clearly having a conversation.
Erjor seems to be avoiding conversation to avoid the possibility of Violet continuing to speak.
No, this
Violet
place does have
isn't that bad.
You
No,
are. You don't get to
I might go to the next room,
you know,
but I'll have
this
to probably.
place, as mentioned, this place does have multiple chambers if one large group isn't quite.
Yeah, we also try to open the Zorman's interrogations.
That'll be fine. That'll be fun.
The interrogation.
Probably won't be the last time.
I mean,
Y'all,
if
y'all
that's easier for
overreacting. I
Violet,
swear.
Probably not talk anymore at all.
I feel like we need more chats in this section right now.
Probably. I've really noticed how quiet much was on.
I suppose in that case I'll see anyone who wishes to join me. Smirt's just gonna like tilt his chair back on like two legs. Tilts a little bit too far as Zorman
Erjor
has
goes
seen
to
this
catch
trick
it.
hundreds of times.
Kamari's gonna.
I've done this trick like 100 times.
Yeah, so Erjor, the moment you reach out an arm, a small portal appears on top of said arm as the entire chair falls through it.
Can you put the chair back at least?
The portal still receding open for a second, a singular chair comes through, landing sideways.
Is it still open?
Erjor have his arm.
Vincent would just stand up as he would make his way off to the restroom.
As I will mention, the portal is staying open for anyone who wants to use the shortcut.
Mari's gonna, as
Erjor
Marin's
walks through.
tumbling over to fall over, just jump up, take a step over, and just one.
Could you guys move this to the one-on-one chat so we have more chats that we can talk in?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
I fixed
That
the
was
problem.
really
We can
something.
go. We can
You
go
know,
to the
that trick
VC
is much
about
cooler when I can keep the chair. When I
Yes.
It is, but it's also a bit overplayed, as someone said. You do
I
have
thought
to
it was really cool.
I feel
Okay,
like
so
yeah.
too many
Sorry about
times.
like the glittery look. It's not actually glitter. It's some form of magic. I don't
Hmm?
quite understand.
What do you mean?
Look, would kind of just point towards your hands as they are so.
Mirren just like whips out a small pocket mirror. A small.
Oh,
Honestly,
okay.
I
It's
can
not a problem.
See, that's a lunar wolf of Saloon. So
Oh,
it
nice.
Saloon likes to make their lunar wolves very glittery for no reason. It's a real pain to
There
keep
is
my
every
office
reason to
clean.
make something glittery. It is
Yeah, that's fair
very
enough.
pretty.
I happen to find it very funny.
I mean, I often decorate
you
my
really
own
want
mask with
something-
glitter. Always adds to my design.
Well, see, what I do to Marin sometimes is that I can just get Moonush to run into the middle of his lab and then have her shake really hard, spreading glitter everywhere.
Mirren, like, having a little bit of the glitter already on his hands, just like reaches one up, pulls the other one through, prestidigitation to clean himself off. Just as said, magic has its many uses. I just wish it didn't take so long.
Pulling practical jokes is one of the core uses of magic.
Yeah.
As we all, well, at least as we know, I guess you all haven't had much of an experience with our shenanigans.
Oh, do you mean something like this, and then Erjo touches his nose and casts light on it?
Exactly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't really. If I'll be completely honest with you, I don't do too much magic. I do the classic shit.
I used to do a lot of magic. I was a ranger, but when I used Awaken on Moonush over here, it drained most of my ranger magic. I can only use a small bit of it still.
Yeah.
They kind of like snap their fingers as like small plant would like grow from it. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I specialize in types of sorcery magic. And a little bit of Morlock magic. It was a gift from Saloon.
Let's see. I just hear them whisper. Second.
Sadly, I can't provide any strange story about how I, came to be a caster. Straight wizardry, all I've got. Straight.
As much as I don't have too much magic, the most I can really like, talk with animals. I actually have a pet crow, but currently they're off. Gavin.
Mirren is listening intently.
I named him Sprinkles. Sprinkles is his name.
I know Creed used to have a pet eagle.
Bryce is long since gone.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. Bryce was a good bird.
Let's see.
It's a shame that Ricky's gone.
I would. Oh, God.
A friend of mine used to enjoy being around Bryce. As Kumari kind of like whistles and a bright white owl flies in.
The fuck is? Oh yeah, I forget you have that. Yeah.
Been with us the entire time.
Yeah, I just forget we have a lot of animals.
For reference, this is the owl in question. It'll be in 9 elves and a shotgun.
Those wings are so long.
Yes.
And I remember the first time that was introduced, everyone questioned my bird knowledge.
Moonush still kind of just looks at the bird intently.
with the insight, what is the intent behind Moonwish's gaze?
What's your insight?
Passive of 21.
Moonwish wants to eat it, but knows it's not allowed to.
Sadly, I did have to remove the core from Democrates.
Oh,
What happened?
where'd you put the core for Democrates?
It was funneled into another project.
You should get another core and put it back in. That thread was mildly interesting.
Well, the chassis is still very much intact, but
I do agree with Zorman. He was an interesting little fellow.
Well, I also would like to apologize for that awkward conversation around the table. That wasn't like
Not your fault.
Honestly, it's par for the course here.
It's Jericho. Something always happens.
I thought you said their name was Violet.
Interchangeable.
They revealed they had another name like 3 weeks ago. I've known them for over 20 years.
I will say that it's what is wrong with them? Is something wrong with their brain?
They are mentally a child. That's about it.
Oh.
it can't really be summed up just in that, but past events have dwindled already. Sort of a mechanism.
With her ex, how many times have they tried to get with someone here? Times.
So you remember the core for Democrates I mentioned?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
It was a set of earrings I bought for them on an alleged date.
25, 26, 27, 28,
That date being spurred by Creed, who managed to convince a jeweler that I had a thing for them.
40, 41, 42, 43, 44.
If that doesn't show you the scale, that's about it.
Bajor comes up to Marin and just kind of
At these comments, Kumari is laughing. Like,
and he referred to like just on the shoulder, you know that thing. Yeah, you know what I mean.
At the comment of Jericho being posed as Marin's date, Kumari is just laughing, like giggling to himself.
Of course, this was also in the middle of...
I know you now have glitter on your shoulder.
Oh my! Are they still?
Just like a quick look down there, just... It's fine, really. It's fine. Now, of course, that little fiasco
About
was also...
124 times is probably a bit more.
Look, you're telling me this is the person that we have to work with?
Yes.
Honestly, it's not really much of a hindrance.
It's more just a minor annoyance. That's about it.
That makes sense.
I mean, if you try to see it from a more lighthearted point of view, it is incredibly funny.
Mildly awkward at best, but still.
Well, that's to you.
I say that's to most people.
Considering that whole alleged date fiasco was also right in the middle of other affairs. Marin again lifting the still glittered hand, not the other one. The still having a ring on it. Having
Kumari laughs again as she just lifts up the ring and says, "Yeah, having one of your friends try to, well, be faked as dating your fiance is interesting at best and absolutely hilarious at, well, absolutely hilarious at best and
if not a little
Get
confusing.
worse.
Oh, you two are married?
As of
You got stuck with the double M.
is where I got married. And it's an eternal curse coming with an eternal blessing. Angela, you mentioned something earlier that just
Yeah.
sort of surfaced on mind. Said
What was it?
of your you said of your master's, I don't want to call it favors, but rather payment to you? The
Mhm.
care of your mother.
Oh, yeah. She mostly lives alone, so I like her being taken care of, but in order for her to be taken care of, she needs money, and if I'm making money, I can't be with her, so
How much were you getting paid?
he doesn't really tell me numbers, I just trust him.
And you can't support your mother with the amount you were getting paid.
Well, I could, technically, it was more than I need to live off of, but he likes to live life a little, extravagantly.
How extravagant?
Well, we used to be, minor nobility.
Okay.
Just kind of still has those same expenses that she likes to go with.
Ah. Hmm.
I'd
Interesting.
really not rather delve into further back than that.
Understandable.
Okay. If you need
Oh.
money help, we can help you with that.
Yeah, everyone's need, as I said before.
Avas takes
I can-
care of it.
I can trust it. Just let us know if you ever need anything.
Okay. I don't think I need anything now.
Okay.
Oh. Nobility, is it? Where
Yeah.
are you from, actually? If you don't mind me asking.
Rick, help me out here, I forgot the name.
It's the fucking gnome thing right above the dragon forest.
He's referring to where I grew up.
Oh, yeah. Not where you lived.
Maddie, if you would
Not
be
where I-
entering the door, by the way.
Yep.
I believe you would
That
run
was
into Gage's character first.
it was like
but-
somewhere
It was
around
by
there.
a river.
Yeah, it was like
Maddie, you here?
it was like
Yeah, I'm here.
Marcember or some shit, right?
If you would be
Did you
kind of
say?
like going back in, you'd probably run into Gage's
Where's the map again?
It's in Lauren notes, Faerun date and time.
Oh no, technically Creed wasn't here, but is Gage just sitting at a VC by himself?
I might go try to
You
talk
move.
to the character.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you guys should do
Well, you
that.
see, he
I'm
was
here to
originally
listen to
talking
it.
to Jericho, but
No. Okay, so
Yeah.
here, Juke, since I technically already know this, do you want me to try and pull it up?
I'm trying to find it too.
Here.
Marcember is right right to like northwest of Westgate. Above the river.
Marcember. I
It
found
was Hyman.
Westgate.
Hyman.
Oh, is Hyman that he's from?
Or at least that's where
Marin's from.
that's where I was. So
Yeah, we
somewhere in
made
like
that little contrivance.
somewhere in the Dales. Somewhere.
Do you mean where I grew up or where I'm living at?
where you came from. So, I suppose, yeah, grew up, spent most of your time.
I believe it was somewhere in the area of the Dales.
Huh? Actually, same here.
Oh,
That's where you're from?
For a while.
You never really talked about where you were from.
Correct. Anyway, correct.
Looks at Kumari.
I believe the name of the city was
Maybe-
Marsember.
Oh. Actually, much closer than I thought.
So, I mean, just for your information, I do respect his choices to not say anything on where we were from, so I stayed silent on that as well.
Wait, are you from the same place?
We grew up together.
Oh, that's amazing. Now you're
Hell, she was the reason I picked up wizardry. Let's just say it was a little strange having a friend in childhood who could summon fires from their palms, meanwhile you could barely hold a pencil.
oh.
I'd say it turned out pretty well. Better than I have.
But I'm here. I believe right on the other side of the Thunder Peaks. Strangely small world.
Indeed.
Eldra, how old are you?
I think I turned 200 fairly recently.
Huh. Interesting.
Oh, actually, relatively close age range wise.
Interesting.
Sorry, Stormin, what's your age again? You always surprise me with how young you really are.
Which? Oh, you asking me?
Always a bit jarring to
I'm.
hear that.
I mean, I'm 176.
That's what we're surprised at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit over 228, I think, if I remember times correctly.
I mean, it's realistically for an elf not that big of a difference.
Yeah. Mostly it's just experience instead of
How
age.
has anyone actually asked how old Jericho is?
I think
Actually,
Kumari did sometime. I don't remember when or why.
Pretty sure Violet said that they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zorman,
Yes.
you seem a little familiar. Have we met before?
Theywar did some things over by the Elven Council, and I
Oh,
am
yeah, that's what it was.
gray rank in our military, so I do actually also do some stuff over by the Elven Courts every once in a while. I do a lot of budgeting. You'd be amazed by how many people in the Elven Courts are terrible at budgeting. So you participated in the Theywar? Oh, were you part of that So you were part of the sleep, the Moonstone Dragon's army that they brought?
Yeah. I was fighting with the boss.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, so you saw the giant Fey dragon. Ah, the Shadow
How
Dragon
was
was
it?
quite terrifying.
I don't think I got quite that close, but it was there.
Yeah. I believe all of us in the original group were at least at the They War in different places. I was running the Star Mantle army at the time, or at least over half of it.
I was in the main infiltration team, as was
Same here.
Mayor.
Same.
Violet was also on that infiltration team. That was an interesting mission.
I mean, hey, say what you want about the backup capabilities. Made for a damn good distraction. Made for...
That's what I was getting at with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, really, who would have known? All you really need to take a bit of a situation is just a little bit of a mind game. Brent's just gonna like raise up one of his arms real quick. Anyone who wishes to in this whole group can make a charisma save.
Nah,
Does a 19 pass?
It would not.
Okay.
I can't pass, anyways.
I could pass, but honestly, this
I
is
guess I'll actually
Moonwish
have
can also
to roll.
physically not pass, so anyways.
Congratulations,
now we
everyone in this
understand.
room is Marin. Everyone.
Oh.
Everyone.
Oh no! I'm a nerd!
Apologies. Magical tricks. That's still just. The kick never dies.
What do you mean? Oh. Oh, everyone looks like you now.
Would that include Moonwish?
Hold on a minute.
It's just a
Hold on minute.
Marin on all.
Just a big Marin on all fours.
Seeming. Let's see. A new illusionary appearance. Yes. Moonwish is literally just Marin laying down like all fours.
I would just kind of like tap on Marin's shoulder and then point towards Moonwish.
That was not intentional. Huh. Interesting. Just.
Would look towards Kamar. You've probably seen that before.
Wait, is the owl still with us? Wait, is the...
shoulder now.
What's
Just
up?
a tiny Marin.
Yes, the owl.
Yeah, there is a smaller Marin like kneeling on someone's shoulder.
Yeah.
No, like the arms are like tucked in like chicken wings.
It's just got the cape over him like a poncho.
The neck turns around 180.
Bones crack.
That is frankly disturbing. You know, it was fun for a time. Waving that hand again, everyone is free.
Also, the large Marin would have been very glittery.
I was having a bit of fun with that. It would have been useful as a fear tactic. This could still provide
What are you
useful.
implying? What are you implying?
Well, if we ever need to intimidate someone, we have a strategy now.
Deadeye stare at Moonwish, just... Yeah, that was a little... frankly horrific.
Moonush just looks concerned. As Moonush would kind of like walk over, then kind of just like vaguely slap Marin up the backside of the head with the paw.
Try it. Try it.
Try it.
He doesn't
Do
have
it.
half his things up. He has like nothing up. On him.
Try it.
Do it. I fucking dare you.
What's your base AC? Anyways,
Try it.
advantage. They can help action themselves as a bonus action.
You can't help yourself.
Yes, I can.
Baron just quickly ducks out of the way.
You're lucky this wolf has a surprisingly low to hit.
But just like quickly ducking the strike. Just nice try, buddy. Nice.
Baron just the dodge king, dude.
Hey, Brick.
Moonush double your
If I
size
were
is
to
the exception.
activate Zephyr Stride and use the special attack by flicking a piece of glitter, would I be able to blow it all off of me?
What?
Yes.
The special attack? What?
The activated thing that allows you to make an attack at advantage with an extra d8 force damage and that increases your speed by 30 feet.
Yeah.
Cool. Erzhor does that.
Flicking glitter. Okay.
De-glittered himself. Goddamn.
Actually, brings a question to mind. You know, how do you fight? I assume you're a bit seasoned.
Well, you know, sword and shield. He takes out what looks like a little smaller than you'd think a shield would be.
Can't be all too defensive. Then again, I guess I don't exactly use one myself.
Oh, it's funny you say that. Would you like to take a swing at me?
Strange request, but then again, I guess I did kind of offer the same to the others.
I prefer bow.
Are
I
you
could try to
sure
shoot you.
about this?
I'm sure about this. Erzhor casts guidance on himself.
Zorman would kind of pull out their bow.
Zorman, stand down.
But I want to try to shoot him. It would be funny.
You can do it after him.
Marin, let her have this. Play
Or
nice.
you know what she does.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying
play
to kill him.
nice. Honestly, it would be a good experience to see how, for him to see how he fights and
So how
Fuck
confident
you.
are you in your
mean,
defense?
Yeah, it's just like
As long as you didn't attack me very quickly, I don't think you could hit me.
Oh, that's a challenge. Okay.
just hold on a minute.
One
let me-
attack, one attack. It's not very.
Hold. Let me at least here. I'll be here to supervise in case anything goes wrong. As Marin's gonna walk over to Erzhor, planting like the head of the trident in the ground biome. As,
Erzhor just holds out his little dinner plate of a shield.
Marin
Blazing.
is like,
Marin
I'm
just
not letting
grabs-
Zorman
yeah,
kill
Marin
someone
just like
else.
grabs the bottom segment of the trident.
Yeah.
Just all right.
Okay.
Now, make sure that we are absolute. Bends the trident 90 degrees, trying to hit Erzhor with the back half of it. Okay.
perfect.
Make your attack roll.
You got it, boss. You got it.
Bro just bent the tree in half to hit him.
All right. 24. Let's do
Oh.
this.
Oh, that's cute.
Can I
That
try
was
now?
blowing.
It's just like
Oh,
getting that.
carries the blow.
Yeah, just getting that like batted away. It's just a solid moment of Marin like reaching out to try and patch up the wound that he thought he had created. Just wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Told
we'll
you.
get along just fine. Oh,
It is 90 degrees the other direction now.
Alright, now you. Oh! And then he sees Angel made Zora made his attack.
I got really unlucky.
This time he doesn't have guidance on it, but it's still his first interaction with Zorman, which means it's still at advantage due to sleight of hand mastery.
33. Parry the arrow out of the fucking air.
Oh wait, no, that was 2d. That was 2.
Oh, you didn't.
20.
Oh, whoops.
I didn't.
Oh, that would have been a
do it
27.
d
So
times 3.
you tried, and then you got an arrow in the arm.
To be
I was
fair.
about to be very
To be
impressed.
fair. Wait.
You almost got it.
To be fair, he pulled a sneak attack.
10 damage.
Ooh. That.
yeah, seeing that, Bird's like actually taking his
Erzor
hands off the
immediately
trident.
heals the wound. That hurt.
Good defense. You almost blocked it. That's impressive.
I usually do block it.
I am the best archer. One of the best archers in the world. The best archer in, I think, all of the Elven courts. I don't think there's any better ones.
That explains it.
Yeah. I ran the entire ranged part of our armies. Or most of them, anyways.
I would say that is an extraordinary trick.
It's not really a trick, it's just, good coordination.
Impressive reflexes.
I would ask to take a try at it, but most of what I can do is either I would expect it to get immediately parried, or it would most likely go through and much more dangerous to you than I would be willing to use. So,
Oh, yeah, I also have gloves that help me do it better. They were a gift from my boss, too. And he shows his hands, which clearly don't have gloves. And he sees them. Oh, right. And then he takes them off, and then they become visible.
Oh.
Yeah,
interesting.
it looks like they got a very similar Cloak of Elvengind shtick on them. It's pretty fun.
I actually have something similar. Use it in my, entire appearance. As Kumari, flicks a hood up and hold on. Let's see what the luck is like today, boys.
Ooh, we doing that?
Sight the night.
Well, let's see if this can be seen. Also, sad, I do not,
If you're in Zorman's
because I
charge,
don't have resilient yet. I don't have I don't have the extra +1 that I would get from that. Anyways,
if you're in Zorman's
here,
almost there,
here we go. 32.
passive still beats that.
Your
Well,
passive is higher than 32.
It's 35.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, Kumari has the possibility of
With-
getting a 44 spell.
Unfortunately for Zorman, the exploit feature of Sleight of Hand Mastery requires a contested Sleight of Hand check, not perception.
Oh, my sleight of hand's +7.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had proficiency in that before I lost.
is
the skill
Erzor able to... What is his passive perception?
He cannot see you.
Yeah,
But
Kumari
seeing what you do, he's like, oh, I can do that too.
flicks up the hood and just fades.
As Zorman would just say, I can still see you.
It wasn't for you, Zorman, it was for him.
You know, actually, Zona, I'm somewhat curious now.
That about what?
Your accuracy has, in previous times, proven to be one of the very few things in this world that can say it's gotten through to me.
Yes.
Want to see if that still holds true? Yes.
I'll be
why
free if you
Yeah.
even go through that.
20 KH1 shift plus 14 plus a D8.
As Baron's gonna prematurely like, start up the blade song.
It's always a bit iffy with your magic.
Well,
39 nat 20.
any more shots, homeboy? Any more?
20.
How many volleys you firing off? How many volleys?
You want me to fire multiple?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Isolation guard D20 shift plus 14. 3D20 KH1. Hey Burke, how many shots do I get again?
3 action, 2 bonus action.
Okay, so that'd be first fired 1, so that'd be 3.
What are you guys doing? What the fuck? Why are you?
Bonus action, so that'd be 4
They're
more
testing out to
attacks.
see if Zorman can still hit Marin.
Oh, okay.
And Kumari and
23, 29, 27, 31.
Airshore is going to cast Shield of Faith on Marin.
Action surge, action surge. So that'd be 5. That'd be 3d20 plus 14.
Look how quick Angel's attacks are now. Holy
Yeah.
shit, guys.
3, so
it's
Oh,
called
it's beautiful.
It is-
another
it is
natural 20, a
gorgeous.
17, and a 15. Does the 31s hit?
Hmm?
Do 31 hit?
All those?
Yeah. Does the 31 hit?
Angel?
What?
In that entire turn, you got 2. Yes.
Okay, so
That-
fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Still crit.
R2d8.
Ironically, both of the times you crit, the advantage didn't matter.
Yeah.
Add a 2. The first one does a 33 hit, and add a 38.
38?
Yeah.
So let's see.
38 does, but I don't know about 33.
Also, the fact is AC is above 30s. My god, that's so fucking
God, that's-
stupid. I have a
That's
plus
poison.
14 with double advantage, basically. And how am I not hitting him?
That's blade summers, man.
Simply get better.
I am better. That's why I'm still hitting you.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is the Jukes. If you weren't aware of it already, this is normal, very normal.
Yeah, I know.
So highest 3 are 38s and the 2 nat 20s, right?
Yeah.
Out of how many attacks?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
3 hit. 3.
Impressive amount.
Give me damage on that.
Okay, so let's see. So that would be. I'll do the explosive crits first. So it'd be d6 plus 8.
God, I'm gonna have to use stupid healing thing that I have.
D6 plus.
I think we got the 2 healers in the room actually.
6 plus.
Well, Kumari has the cure wounds with the stupid, not stupid thing, but has a capability to heal, but doesn't specialize. So we could call one of them over actually because they could say
I am right here.
buddy.
Wait a minute, I have an extra 2. Angel. I just realized, Airjor had Shield of Faith on me. Sorry, only 2 hits. It was the 2 crits. 2 crits.
I got a 38. There is no way that doesn't hit.
Okay, it would have if Jukes were not here.
No, I mean the actual. Do you have a shield?
Yes.
Like wait, what?
Shield up. Like
As the
magic
No,
magic
but
wise.
Shield of Faith
Magic.
okay,
requires a
okay, as a
shield.
spell.
No,
No,
Shield of
Shield of
Faith
Faith
does not need you to have shield.
Huh?
Yeah, never had that requirement. Just +2 AC.
There's no way your AC's a 36.
Oh boy. That's some bad news for you.
I get nerfed from 7 attacks and he has a 36 AC. My fuck.
You realize how many times you see Marin has nothing for saves. And no HP. He can die.
Lucius just like sitting in the
He
corner. though.
had
So-
nothing for saves.
Alright, Angel, give me the damage totals.
So that would be 24 plus 27. That's 51.
51. And that is in what it's 24, 27. Alright.
Yeah, and those ignore all resistance and immunity.
Good thing they don't ignore this.
Hi
So-
guys, Zorman is shooting Marin.
What?
So
What?
as has been customary, like we're kind of like launching up the trident in order to actually block out a bunch of things. Zorman, you would manage to, as like usual for these whole encounters, catch just a split second, like slipping 2 arrows through, like little cracks in his defense.
Just through the fork prongs.
Exactly.
He ricochets
this
across the
time-
wall.
Marin throws out his offhand off of the bottom of the trident, as I'm going to be popping my 6th level spell slot here.
I'm guessing reducing damage.
So that is going to be so only 21 damage on me. Only 20.
What? What'd you do?
As one of Marin's like spellglyph-esque like symbols appears in that offhand, stopping one of the arrows dead in its tracks and slowing down the other.
What did you do?
Song of defense, buddy.
What does that do?
It lets him
Turns
spend
my
a
spell
spell
slots
slot.
into damage reduction.
Yep.
Doesn't
Yeah.
have much AC,
So
but he
this
can give
time,
himself over 20 HP
This
damage
time,
with it.
slips an arrow through the trident prong, and Marin catches it. And
And then he gets shot in the stomach by the other one.
Creed, what are you guys doing?
He said I couldn't.
This might be my fault.
He
Yeah,
said
this
apologies. Oh,
he said I couldn't shoot him with his magic, and he said
As,
for me to try it, so I
Marin,
tried
real
it.
quick, is just going to like kind of reach down to that arrow in his, fucking stomach here. Medicine mastery, taking that exploit and tearing it out. Marin's back to full
I'm
health.
just gonna walk over to Erdra.
What?
How did you get caught in the middle of this?
They wanted to test out their abilities. They were see how each of them works. That is a voice from the unknown, as Kumari is not visible.
Okay, just dum-dums.
It's just gonna like take the arrow out of his stomach, like run a hand over it, just still strikes true. It's fun though.
Did you cast shield this turn?
Hmm?
Did you cast shield?
Yes. Yes.
Can't you not cast
Yes.
2 leveled spells in one turn?
I didn't. Shield is the only spell I cast.
Shield's a level, but you just cast the other thing.
That's
That ain't
not
no
a spell.
spell, homeboy. That ain't no spell.
Yeah.
That's just using a spell slot. Something that it isn't.
It's an ability.
It's like
Yeah,
how
they're
you
just-
can smite and cast a smite spell in the same turn.
So yeah, Marin just kind of like stretching out a little bit weirdly, taking out that arrow without any harm to himself.
For the record, the other one would have hit if it wasn't for him. Looks directly over.
I just
Ajua.
I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
What did you miss?
That implies that they can get hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, Marin's just like handing the arrow he caught back to Zorman, by the way.
See,
With
You can do that, but also, Moonwish would kind of just like walk up behind you, and then just shake, throwing glitter all over you. There we go.
with his expertise in both defense and his
So you
knowledge
want
in
glitter.
hurting him is quite difficult to say the least.
Marin now has a lot of glitter on him.
I stepped out of the room for like 20 minutes. What did I miss?
It's Zorban.
This is normal.
Just looks back at Moonwish for a second, just, oh, you sneaky wait a minute.
Where did it even get glitter? Who gave it glitter?
Marin just, like,
Saloon.
procs the trident, like, bottom half of the handle on the floor. Just pricks his finger with the end of it. Chronal reversal.
Damn.
No more glitter.
Marin kind of just despawns for a second, appearing exactly how he was standing 6 seconds ago, glitter-free.
So,
Glitter
anywho,
a condition?
glitter. Yes.
Glitter is now a
Glitter.
condition.
Gives you
It
disadvantage
gives-
on perception checks. It has to.
It gives you disadvantage on stealth checks. You're
Yeah.
shiny.
That too. It has to give you some kind of
It gives you
advantage on
it gives you
persuasion.
disadvantage on stealth checks, specifically when you're in bright light. When you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it has to like give you some advantage on persuasion or something.
Yeah, because you're shiny. If you also have advantage on any animal that likes shiny things on animal handling checks.
That's you feel like you get eaten by a fish, but okay. So, anywho,
By a fish,
Arizona?
you-
if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken,
Huh?
you Arizona?
Yeah, that's me. He sees the mask and the horns. That's cool. Are those horns like on your head or?
What do you mean? Like, are they connected?
Yeah.
No, these aren't my real antlers. My real antlers are underneath.
You have real antlers?
Yes.
My God.
You, they,
Sorry, I just really anyway, what did you want to ask?
sorry, that was. I hear you're friends with, Mr. Moonstone Dragon.
Yeah, he's my boss.
It's weird that I've never met you before.
He has me out doing a lot of things that he doesn't want to do, which is most things.
Yeah, he's made me go get. One time he asked for his sandwich, and like, he's a dragon, like a full size. I asked if he wanted like, no, he just like a normal size sandwich. I don't even know if he ate it. He just kind of asked for one.
I think that might have been for me.
Oh, that makes sense.
Thank you for accurately portraying my NPC. He has me do things, mostly because he just doesn't want to do anything. Thank you.
He asked me to do things because he doesn't want to do them himself.
Man, if you could pick up those bolts, by the way.
Let it be known that I specified he has me do a lot of things. Most of the things he doesn't want to. He has me do things he doesn't want to do, which is most
What?
things.
What the
Which
fuck
is
have I walked in on?
Marin and Zorman are shooting each other.
No, just
Vincent's
Zorman.
confused. Yeah, Vincent's
Wait, what?
confused, and Creed is talking to Airshore. Just well, if you
say
ever
Brick?
seen a random pile of moonstone that came out of nowhere, that was me. Sometimes I leave those for him. I don't know what he does with them. They kind of just
Those
disappear.
are usually around a lot of the time. I've had to clean him a few times, you know, his scales.
But yeah,
Good.
two drow walk in now. We're joining you guys.
Brick, you tried to say something earlier?
I said Erzhor's interrogation is what I said.
Oh.
So,
Who's shooting?
how long have you worked with him?
It
For
doesn't
him?
matter.
I think it's been about 45 years at this point.
Oh wow, you've been here a long time. practically as long as I've been here.
It's weird we haven't met before.
Yeah, that means we've probably just missed each other like every single time.
Yeah, apparently that happened on my way in too.
Creed just kind of squints. Are we like invisible to each other or something?
Well, I can see you now.
Aaron's just gonna subtle spell invisibility onto Creed.
Oh, now I can't. That's weird.
Hmm.
You should have twin spelled it too. To both of them.
I don't have 2 meta magic points, game.
Crazy! This is where you come in.
You can't multi-meta magic the same spell.
Yeah.
Kamari will fill in and just subtle spell invisibility onto our friend here.
Oh, he's gone.
Well, I'm gonna just walk to the other room now, I guess.
Oh, I can still hear you.
Hello.
Are you here in character?
What? Yeah?
Did you follow me in character?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
They were having a moment, I guess.
Hello.
How's your day?
It's been going well. It's definitely a lot different from what I'm used to. A lot more people than I'm used to.
Yeah. Mayan wanted me to check his defensive capabilities magically, so being the best archer in all of the elven courts, I thought I would oblige.
It was just getting a little bit too hectic in there.
Yeah. That's why I walked out of there.
I was actually talking with Iambis.
Ah.
We had some interesting things to say. That's for sure.
I don't think he likes me.
I don't think it's that. It's more just they find everyone worthless until they prove themselves to them. It's in the way of maybe combat or magic. So basically, they find all of us worthless to them.
Yeah, that makes me want to hit someone over the head with a rock.
They offered me a job, and it was a little bit.
What was that job?
They want me to kill someone.
Who?
A maiden mother or whatever the name was. Some person from the Underdark.
That seems kind of random.
Yeah, it was confusing, but I do not question.
Committing a murder just randomly is kind of odd. That person I find kind of suspicious. We really have no application system. I really need to work on that.
We do have a bunch of new weird. Something I've noticed is for some reason almost half of the people here are cursed. I'm cursed. You're cursed. Creed's cursed. Also, Ayelis is
You
cursed.
can technically blame Saloon for that one.
Yes, it's odd. It's odd though. It's odd that basically all of us are cursed.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to run for mayor here.
See.
Yeah, mayor elections are in a few years, so.
Awesome. You say you're the best archer, huh?
Yes, I can.
I might have to steal your position one day.
You can try.
I can
We'll see
always
if you
try.
succeed. So, is your main attack shooting, like with bows? Like.
I am more
swordsman?
preferred with my. I am more preferred with my bows. As much as I am good with hand-to-hand combat, I do prefer a good bow. He would be sitting down as he would reach along to his back. He did have a bag wrapped around him as he would take the bow off his sling, kind of showing it off. I always do keep my quill with me as well.
Okay.
What about you? Oh, did you won the title of best archer? I'm curious.
I use a range of weapons from my magical short bow right here to hand crossbows. I also have a heavy crossbow and a longbow.
I see, I see.
I found that recently different ways to use each of them to have different effects.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You know, I will say this. It definitely has been a little awkward with some of the people.
Some of some of the people here can be
Yeah.
a bit interesting character-wise.
Interesting character-wise. It's just more the fact of, I just guess they aren't really used to so many new people being introduced and now just talking with them. It is, I would say, a little bit odd.
That's
Especially, like, take it from my point of view. I'm getting introduced to all these new kinds of people, and I want to get introduced to them and talk to them. But it's still a little awkward because I don't know them too well.
would you like another cup of tea?
I actually didn't get one before.
Oh, apologies. I thought I handed them out to everyone. Would kind of go to a bag and pull out a cup, and then pull out a pitcher of tea that seems to be actually hot.
How? It is it the type of? Is it the type of pitcher where it's made of metal so it'll stay hot?
Uh, yes, but it also seems like that could not have fit in that bag.
Huh?
We can't just pour a cup of tea and then
How?
put the pitcher back.
How did you?
It's a bag of holding.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Bag of hold. It's really good for holding tea for long periods of time since they are not affected by temperature.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Here you go. It's a mint tea.
He would give a slow nod as he would reach his hands over. His hands seemed to be gloved, more in the appearance of even if the sleeves did go up. His glove almost went up his whole arm at that point. At that point, it could probably be considered a sleeve, as he would take the cup and sip it.
Interesting.
This is quite nice.
Yes, I try to keep some tea and such on me. I try to also use really nice cups. You never know when you just need to have a relaxing time with a cup of tea.
That is understandable. Oh, why don't you tell me about yourself? I did get to hear someone's story today about where they came from. So why don't you tell me about yourself? What's your story?
Only if you agree to tell me about yourself afterwards.
I will.
Well, my story. Well, I'm actually from Starmantle, the city, unlike most of the people here. My parent is also the head, one of the two head generals for the city. Gwyniel Solston. I kind of lived here for most of my life. Being blind was kind of difficult for a while, especially when you can't really see. But I had a friend for a bit of time. He ended up leaving to go to get away from his parents and such, and go do some arts and such around the world. From what I heard, after a while, I kind of learned how to sense the ground so I could actually tell what's happening. And what made me pick up archery was I was trying to get into combat to be able to defend myself. And everyone would say that, talk about how archery would be impossible and ranged combat in any form would be impossible for me, so I chose to prove them wrong. And after a while, being able to sense stuff over 100 feet away, I would pick up the bow and start training. I trained like that for a long time, over 20 years, alongside doing alongside doing some studying on how archery is and the study of it and the study of war. After that, I kind of joined a group of rangers to kind of teach me more about magic after a bit and teach me more of how to improve my archery magically. It was very interesting time. I spent quite a few years working with them and working with how to make everything better.
Hmm.
After I had mastered my ranger magics, I had gone back to Star Mantle and joined the military to kind of try to protect people. I started out pretty low ranking, but over a long period of time of training and getting better, I slowly managed to rank up. I slowly managed to rank up just a bit. And that's after working for that for a while, I managed to get sent on this mission to get a Star of Saloon with some of the other party members in there, including my old friend I had from childhood, Damons. He was on that mission, and we kind of talked and such a lot. We went off to get the Star of Saloon. In fact, the one that Creed has. But things didn't go exactly as to plan. One of our friends in the mission ended up dying, and we couldn't revive them because they had gotten frenzied by the person who had the Star of Saloon at that time, before we could kill them. So after that, we kind of took a break for a little bit, gave everyone time to rest and kind of relax for a little bit. And then we went on our next mission. We went to we went past the Sea of Swords and went over to Ruthim. Ruthim? Yeah. And we were sent on a job to get the scepter that you see Marin have, that Star of Saloon. We ended up teaming up with some people and killing the person who had it and bringing it back. It went mostly fine. Everything went well as we got that.
I see.
Next, we were tasked with getting the Star of Saloon you can see Jericho having. But our other mission there was to also kill Magala, the person who started the frenzy outbreak. That mission didn't go quite as planned. We managed to get the Star of Saloon, but Magala managed to track us down and start combat with us while we weren't completely prepared. And Damons ended up getting hurt. He ended up getting put in a coma. and no magic seems to be able to get him out of it, so he's just kind of stuck in there. That during that time, after that we kind of went back and then we dealt with the vampires. We took a break and then we ended up getting sent on a mission to deal with some organ harvesters. They ended up being vampires. Wasn't the hardest mission in the world. We managed to take care of them and then get back here. And now we were told that we were getting a second team and to meet with you. And that's how I got here. A bit long of a story, but
Not justly. It is. It is. Well, here's the deal. I'll tell you about myself and where I came from. I already told you what town I came from. About
yes.
my life. Well, God, I really gotta think. It's been quite a while. I grew up with my family. They were kind folk. Of course, I didn't live the most rich lifestyle. It's more of a compromise. I didn't have. I should something. We didn't have too much, but it's we made do with what we had. I'll be honest. In that town, I was never fully connected to it, mainly because of the things that often happen there. You see, we often had occurrences of trouble battles. We had some threats, either between people, monsters, or beasts. It always seemed arranged from something, and from it, some of those times, it left people on the streets. You know, I can remember being only maybe a teenager, walking down the streets with my family and seeing people who used to have it all, now sitting on the street, simply. Some of them had lost their homes or family to these things, and it wasn't exactly a fun sight to behold. So I never could fully grow attached to that place, mainly just because of the sorrow that filled it, or maybe just because it wasn't what I was more used to. Left around maybe when I was 18. Went ahead and decided to take on a job. Took courses for a while to become a bounty hunter. I wanted to try to help those around, to try to prevent, well, those happening. Some of them had to grow up like that because of things that weren't their fault. People came along and ruined their life. It was a sad watch, but I spent my time helping around. Even made a name for myself in that town. But even if I did that, it never really felt like the place for me. If I'll be honest, I was more attached to the forest. It was always a calmer place, not filled with any of the chaos. A place to simply sit back and just enjoy the night sky. Not a place filled by buildings or filled by the talks that often. It was a place that was for me. Hence why I mentioned before I'm not exactly the person to settle down. I'm more of a person who's I just couldn't grow attached to a place like that. It wasn't exactly preferable.
Fair enough.
But one day, maybe in my 20s, maybe when I was 29, maybe turning 30, I can't fully remember. Something did happen. I always was a very confident person when it came to bounty. I believed I could take on the world. And maybe past me would have believed that. Really. And then I came across something. I came across a job. there was something causing chaos out in the forest. It had ended up killing some people. I want to go figure. It was a werewolf, to say the least. A beast. The thing, it was causing chaos for the town. I had taken it on, and I was left in a condition, a horrible condition. Well, I was a lot wrong after that. So I decided to get on this whole getaway. Well, not getaway, get on this design. He would gesture down to his whole getup, mainly the plague doctor-like outfit that seemed to cover up almost every inch of his body. It's more just what happened with that thing, and I was basically left scarred.
Can relate to that.
It wasn't exactly fun. After that, I took off. The thing was gone, but I was left in a horrible condition that made me feel disgusted with myself. That's when I came across the Lady of the Seven Stars, Miss Salud. I was inspired by her, you could say. Someone who tried to push you to live on, even if you did have something wrong, a curse. Just like yourself, how you say you're blind.
Yes.
I decided to go on with my conditions because I was inspired by it. Even this, I mentioned it before to you, but my necklace is a blessing. A blessing from Slim. I consider it a gift. It was nice. It just simply helps me when I need it. After that whole charade, I had received an offer from the Alban Council. They had been seeing how I'd made a name for myself and been helping around with the townsfolk. So they decided that they would, well, let me in. Mainly, well, they told me about your group. How you are going through all this and collecting these artifacts. There was of course a lot more they told me. I just don't want to sum it up. It's too much to good. Basically, I accepted their offer, and I would now find myself here.
Wait, how old are you?
How? I gotta go check a sheet. Hold on.
Literally everyone has to check their sheet when they ask age.
I check my sheet when I'm asked age.
No one can remember, and also you're gonna have to add 7 to that anyway after downtime and shit.
Okay, let me go look.
Where's
people
Because I was taking a
should be in your
mental note
description.
of times that you were saying.
Yeah.
He is oh. He's 127.
You gave me 40 years of time.
Yeah. I don't have stories for the other 60.
I mean, to be fair, you're a child during that time. What is there to
Birth
say?
cell age are weird.
I know, but like you're a kid, you know.
Oh yeah. And also, but hold on, I apologize if my storytelling is not the most, well, efficient. I'm 127. The issue is I can't remember half of my life. I've gone too old for my own mind. You can understand.
You're not the first person that I've ran into that has similar issues. Elves with their longer lives
I
run into
see.
that problem. Muted. Oh,
Give me a second.
oh, good. No problem. How you doing, Burke?
Doing good.
You like hopping in between conversations?
Yeah, it's just been neat. So is this
Yes.
your interrogation of Vincent, or are you just chilling?
Now we're chilling. I probably have
We're
to do
just
my.
going.
I'll probably do the
Well,
interrogation stuff.
yes,
later.
you can assume it is hard to remember so long in life.
No.
You remember get a little confuzzled whenever you're trying to remember something.
It's long periods of time.
The most important details I can remember is really a little bit of my childhood. What happened to me in that forest. Those were main events of my life.
Yeah.
The rest would probably just be side stories of bounty hunting, but I doubt you'd want to care about that because it's not the most interesting.
Yeah. I did think I did skip over one key event, or two, technically. One would kind of like roll up, would kind of like take off a piece of their armor on on their arm, and you would just see like lots of fire burn marks. I've been infected by frenzy twice. I got cured afterwards, but treatment by fire doesn't do kind to the skin. As they kind of clip their gauntlets, or clip their like shoulder things back on.
I would assume so.
Second, oh, were you trying to say something?
No, go on. I'll continue talking with myself after you're done.
Secondly, is that I no longer have my ranger powers. Would kind of just summon Moonwish over. Moonwish, I funneled all of my ranger powers into Moonwish to awaken them. And then that seemed to have made me lose all of them, making me more reliant on my pure archery abilities. I can still do vague bits of it. Would kind of like snap their hand twice, and like some thorns would like just appear from their hand. But I can't do much more.
Well,
and the only reason Moonwish is this powerful at all is because I had a talk with Saloon, and Saloon bounded Moonwish to my soul itself, making Moonwish over here a lunar wolf.
well, you have that pet. Is there any windows in this room?
Yep. Lots of stained glass.
He would seem to stand up as he would move over to one of the windows, opening it up. As a maybe medium-sized bird would fly through, mainly a crow, as it landed on the shoulder. you have bats, and I have a crow. So very different things. Not as exotic, if anything. This is just my. But not about what I'm saying. My skin's always been more sensitive after what happened to me. It's not really easy to deal with, but I make do with it. It's not been the best of conditions. It's. I will say this. It's hard hearing all about these new people. What they grew up with, or the conditions they had to grow up with. Like the person Creek. The both of you. You mentioned the frenzy a lot. Do you mind telling me a bit more? He would seem to move back over to the table as he would sit back there, taking his cup of tea.
Surprised you all know so little about it, but
I don't know too much about it. I've heard brief mentions because of my job, but
yeah, you're mostly in the woods from what I hear then. But The frenzy was a wider spread disease that was plaguing the world. It would naturally kill its own host after a given amount of time, requiring it to spread before the host died, but
Hey, Brick.
Was it?
No, Marin just gave Airshore a feather, and it was like, yeah, I feel like a deja vu.
Continue. Continue.
anyways, it was it was widespreading. See, naturally that disease would have killed itself off after a given amount of time, because it would have killed off its host. But it had its first host, Magala. Magala would naturally infect people as it went and destroyed cities and whatever laid in its wake. It had some uncanny abilities, from being able to produce spores around where it was to being able to reflect spells back.
Or by chance having you grow extra limbs.
It did molt, but
For context, Angel, Ludwig also was a friendly dude, and he got a lot of extra limbs, like a lot of them.
I mean, it seems to be an effect that can happen whenever something gets frenzied, is that it can grow extra limbs, but anything that gets hit by something that is that, Magala managed to keep on going for a long time, and that's what kept the virus running. The only thing that made it rare nowadays is they left for a second.
I just realized, how is Vincent drinking this tea?
I assumed you had your mask slightly tilted up.
You'd have like a straw.
I would assume you have a straw.
I want to make that real. He just has like one of those very long bendy straws. Going in the
No. You have a bendy straw that goes to the tip of the fucking nose.
You have like
of the mask.
You have to like twist it off, and then it gives it exactly enough room for a straw.
It's like a rainbow bendy straw.
No. You know the you know like the water duck like dip in the water pressure thing. Those. I imagine that like the tip of the beak on the mask is just like one of those things.
I want to make that canon. He's just drinking from a bendy straw.
It's a one-way valve.
But yeah, the only reason frenzy isn't as common nowadays is because Magala was killed by us, and then would kind of grab a cape that was on them, and would kind of like show these like shining scales. These are the scales.
Nice. It's very glittery gold.
These can single-handedly dispel a spell, or reflect it back if you hit it just right.
I see. I would like to ask, I've been hearing a little bit about the missions that they're going to go on. What about the fucking frenzy cult, and the other about collecting something from a starved saloon?
Well, the two missions currently up for debate is what we've been talking about, at least.
I'm curious. What do you wish to go on?
I'm going up north to go grab the starved saloon. It's rumored to be a bow, which, for obvious reasons, I think I would like. But
well, go on.
And the other one's going to be dealing with a cultist group, it seems, that seems to be keeping frenzy alive.
You know, for where I am, I've been hearing so much about this frenzy thing that I've been thinking of taking on to try to be offered to be one of the groups that are going after the cult. Mainly because I'm curious, and also because, well, why not? I'd rather not go up and click one of the things.
Yeah.
Just don't like snow.
I'm not the fan of the cold. Nor am I a fan of the heat. It's It's really in between.
Oh, you wouldn't have liked when we went to go kill Magala. That was in a desert. A
Ugh.
very cold desert.
Ugh. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Ugh.
Oh, you would hate going to Creed's castle. It's on
Ugh.
like the top of a mountain.
What the fuck?
That man's meant for the cold. I don't know what to tell you. Don't worry, I keep my all the housing in Starmantle at a reasonable temperature.
To be fair, the current church you guys are in is in the snowy area of Starmantle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, if you take 9 elves in a shotgun, I have thoughts I need to disclose.
He's our first Smurf, if anything. Because he isn't short.
He's a very tall Smurf. He got so short that he went all the way around.
Negative polarity Smurf.
Well, gross. What's those people getting housing in cold areas? It does not seem appealing.
I mean, this is just the church and these buildings. These people like the cold. I kind of just made a bunch of housing across the coast and such. It's a bit warmer there.
Look,
do you need a house here, by the way? I can just give you a room.
Oh, 3 housing.
I own 80% of the housing in the city.
Why? What is the reason?
Because I noticed Starmantle was going to be expanding, so I noticed there was going to be a need for people to have housing, accessible water, and accessible...
That would be more preferable. Do you have any offers that are a bit further out from the rest? I don't like doing them.
Yeah, we have some that are on the edges of the city. Or I believe I have a few buildings I own that are technically in the middle of the forest.
Middle of the forest might be fun.
Yeah, I can see if I can get you with an actual house in the middle of the forest. I think I might actually have one.
Would be quite nice.
But yeah.
Is there anything else you wish to ask about me? I'm just curious. I do not mind telling you a bit more about myself, if you have any specific questions.
What is your thoughts on the new drow?
Which one? You mean
Elias?
No, the name is
Eyeless,
Eyeless.
I think.
It's It's Eyeless.
Chalk it up to drow bullshit names.
Why are all these names so difficult
Eyeless.
to fucking pronounce?
No. It's Eyeless. Eyeless.
It's ironic that their name is Eyeless and yet Zorman's the blind one.
About them, it's more. They're questionable.
I'm more concerned on if someone actually asked them about slavery.
They did.
Oh, they did? How did that go?
They asked Violet about slavery, and then we left them alone to talk. Me and Creed just walked out of there, and I don't want to know how that conversation.
Hey, Brick, how'd that conversation?
I wasn't there.
I
wasn't there. I was at work, dude.
They were just talking alone, and considering the fact the starter of their conversation was about slavery, it's concerning.
I'm
It's
gonna
too
go.
drow.
I'm gonna have to make sure Jericho doesn't think slavery is a good idea.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Jericho has the mental intelligence of a 12-year-old and is just
Yeah,
as
I can
impressionable.
tell with every single time they introducing me, like, "Hey guys, by the way, I'm single and ready to mingle." That's how they
Yeah,
think.
that's them.
Who
They're
walked into
weird.
the room?
Help me.
What
Oh,
you
Jeeps
do?
walked into the room.
It's still Jericho. Still Jericho.
Go back.
Did your
Go.
character walk into the room?
No.
Did your character walk into the room, or you just happened in this VC?
I never left the. Oh, I thought
We
you
went
meant.
to a different room.
Yes, Erzhor has walked out of the room because
so-
Creed had to go back to his house.
Oh. Okay, someone move. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Hello.
Ah,
We should kind of walk over.
he's
You would
begins
push
to pet the
yourself.
Moonwish. Oh well, I'm fine. Creed is pretty nice. He apparently used to be scary, but he's apparently gotten better. He invited me to join some at Huntstown Gloam Eyes.
Oh, you should probably be told about this. What do you guys know about a group called the Gloam Eyes?
What?
I know mostly what Creed told me, that they want to kill gods.
Brick, would I know anything about this?
You would have heard amidst taking this job that eventually it would be a group that has to be taken out.
The Gloam Eyes are a group of potential god killers that have managed to put up a magical device that doesn't allow any gods to be able to remember their existence, except Ao.
You know, the first thing I was told of when the only thing I was told of them is more that they need to die. That's literally all I was told.
I
about
mean,
them.
they do need to die, it's just we need to get more powerful magic items since we've been told that they have insanely powerful magic.
Ugh.
They have the magic to prevent gods from knowing of their existence, and when they get told, the gods instantaneously forget.
Ugh.
They might be a bit
It's-
powerful.
I would like to ask, has that by chance happened on any of the gods?
Well, I know one of our group tried to tell Saloon, and then Saloon forgot after that, and one of them also tried to repeatedly tell Bashaba, and that didn't work. And every time they had handed a note and looked at it, they instantaneously forgot what the note said, and that there was a note.
This sounds like an extreme case of. I forgot the word. God, wait. So,
Word for what?
when you forget memories.
Amnesia.
Amnesia.
Yeah.
But this sounds like an extreme case of amnesia.
Now, I'm very curious how that works on the god of magic.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question.
That's what I'm honestly curious about, but... Oh, yeah. Also, just so you know, Kumari does have a scepter that allows him to just... ask gods questions, any of them that he knows about. And that are still alive,
Oh.
from my knowledge. So, yeah, you can just ask him to go ask a god a question, then you can ask a god a question.
Okay.
They don't have to answer technically, but most of them do.
So, what was who took over to Arjo? Yeah, Arjo? He would look over to you as he would look back out. What's happened back there, Leo? Did anything
Hmm?
happen? Did anything happen back there to make you leave and come over here? Or what is?
Well, just that pilot person makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, they make most people uncomfortable.
I find them to be more of an annoyance, if anything.
Yeah, that's also true.
I mean, as much as an annoyance as they may be, they might be good in combat, so they might reset that.
Their Starve Saloon is very powerful.
I just assume so.
Yeah.
You guys have actual stars?
You see that weapon Creed had on his back that's bigger than you?
Yeah?
That's a magical relic that was.
I
made
know what a star is. I've been told about them by the boss.
Okay, I've just been told. I just know some people don't. So I'm not surprised. But yeah. Creed has one, Marin has one in his trident, and Jericho has one that consists of 2 blades. Don't ask me why that's not considered 2 separate stars of Saloon. I don't know.
Connected to the same handle, man.
Okay, just to clarify, Brick, did I mess something up saying that, or?
No, I mean like it is a fair question. Like you guys get to hold on to them. Like that is a fair
Okay.
fucking question. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially having 3 of them in the same place. Yeah.
Erzhor has now definitely understood the gravity of what Inlu has sent him
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, and Kumara's staff has also other magical properties I don't really know of. I don't know what it does.
It can make a moon and it can talk to gods. It seems.
I'm not the most well versed in magic, to be honest. I never studied it. I was kind of busy. I know a lot about survival and tracking things, not about magic.
I don't really know much about much, but I'm pretty good at helping people.
Oh, so is my wolf.
I mean, if I.
Oh yeah, he's told me he's a very good boy.
Girl.
Well,
Very good. They're a very good girl. With like, it's the automatic response.
I mean, that's fine.
I said it to correct you because you talk to them.
You know, I
Yeah,
will say this.
for the record, yes, Erzhor has been casting Speak with Animals.
Moonish usually just doesn't speak at all.
I mean, the most I can really do with magic is one, enhancing what I do, either talking with animals, nature-based shit, or fucking, you know.
So you both can cast Speak with Animals?
Yes.
As
I mean,
that's
what.
hit.
I mean, that's
That's
why
what
I do.
called the spell.
Classes.
I mean, that's why I do have my pet crow, who my friend named Blinkles.
Moonish would just kind of look at you guys, and then just say, neat. In common.
The wolf speaks common.
Let me see what language I speak real quick. I speak uncommon and common. Yeah.
You yeah. I love how you say uncommon instead of undercommon.
Uncommon. No, I like it better.
Uncommon.
Wait, let me read off the language that I speak to you. Common, Daxeral, Elvish, Loxodon,
Did
Sylvian,
you
and
just pronounce Delkir as Daxerol?
I don't know.
You picked Loxodon? Okay.
I speak
Oh.
Loxodon.
Welcome to Ravnica. Get the fuck out.
I respect that pick, but anyway.
No, the Loxodons exist.
I don't know what the fuck Loxodon.
It's a.
Loxodon
an
are the
elephant race.
elephants.
They're elephants.
I speak elephant.
You
Yeah,
speak-
Erzhor knows the absolute most predictable languages: Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sylvan.
Congrats, you're an elf.
Yeah.
Yep.
Draconic is the only outlier, but you know they talk to a dragon, so
Congrats, you're an elf.
Congrats, I'm an elf.
For example, here, let me show you something I can do. With that, Vincent. Oh, wait, I just checked something. For some reason, I can also speak with plants.
Oh, I
Oh,
make
really?
poison ivy and those poisons.
Erzhor reaches into his bag real quick and pulls out a planter box. Can you talk to these guys?
Why do you have a
little
planter
rosebud.
box on you?
Brick, do you want to
You're
avoid something?
special.
How
Okay.
did you
So
keep that in your
Erzhor, what do you
bag?
currently have planted?
It's one of each color.
All right, so there is a white, a black, a red, a blue, and a green rosebud.
How did you keep that other things from falling onto the plant in your bag? What?
It stays on top.
What you want to talk about?
Vince's gonna say, hello?
Which rosebud are you trying to talk to?
Red, let's go with red. Let's go with red.
Okay, the red rosebud. Got it.
Apologies, Brick, for
Right.
suddenly forcing you to come up with personalities and voices for rosebuds.
Hello.
Brick's gonna hate this. Red. Red. How long have you been in that backpack for?
Since I was born, I think. Is that the right word?
Mm.
Born, planted,
Oh.
seeded,
Oh.
sowed.
Oh.
Mm.
Hmm.
Takes me
Well,
out sometimes.
yeah.
Oh, they're chromatic roses. Yeah, dragons like to stay in caves a lot.
Yeah. That's why I'm talking like this.
How
Oh,
often do
it's
you
like they just woke up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, that's incorrect.
how
I
often
had
do
them
you,
out just a minute ago talking with Marin.
how often do you take these out of the backpack?
They're probably trying to fall back asleep again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How often do you take these things out of the backpack? He would look at
At least twice a day.
okay. They described it as they've been in there since they were born. What? When
Well,
did,
yeah, I've carried them around with me wherever I go.
okay, I can't judge. I bring a crow with me wherever I go.
I have a giant wolf.
I
A
know.
crow.
They're a
All of
very good girl.
literally all of the nature people besides Jericho or Violet is in the same fucking room. Like
Good.
I
I mean,
So, I'm assuming Starmantle didn't give you a house to live in
No.
because they have the inability to.
was I supposed to get a house?
the Elven
Yes.
Courts gave you one.
Oh.
They were
The
supposed
Elven
to.
Courts did.
They probably honestly
Yeah.
just gave you a note to talk to me.
Starmantle didn't give me a house. It was the Elven Court.
Yeah,
So
they
they-
probably gave you a note to talk to me.
Yeah.
Fuck's sakes, Elven Courts. You better be fucking
I
paying for this.
do already have a house, so you don't need to worry about me.
Can I see the note that the Elven Court gave you for the house?
He's gonna.
I'm looking directly at Ijor.
It's Vincent that said they didn't have the house. Erzhor has lived here in Starmantle for 40 years. He's fine.
Oh, you've lived here for 40 years?
Erzor has.
Er-
Vincent has not.
Yeah.
Er-
Erzor is Jukes. Vincent is Kenma.
You've lived here for 40 years?
The boss has me do a lot of things out of the place.
Where do you live?
Other place.
You're
It's
very
just a little
fucking-
house. It's not. It's just big enough for my mom to still feel like she lives in the same place we used to when we were nobility. It's out in the woods somewhere.
No, the funny fact is
I
the
own
voices,
like half of the woods. Where?
the voices in our
I
heads.
guess the
keep
other half.
telling-
God.
the voices in our heads keep telling us the answers to things, and we keep answering them incorrectly.
Yeah, this happens a lot. God, he gets confused.
But
Ayo
so,
is not very good at his job.
Only
Um,
sometimes.
but yes, they
Or I
did.
guess he's not very subtle with his
Because the
job.
Elven Court did provide me a house. It was just in a more populated area, and I don't
So,
like it.
did you get an?
Now that's accurate.
So
Now
did they
that's
give you a-
fucking accurate.
So did they give you a note? Did they give like a note?
They didn't give me a note. They just gave me
Yeah.
a house.
There was no note. They gave them a key for an Elven Courts apartment,
They
but not
gave
a
me a
Star Rental
key.
one.
They didn't tell me where it was. They just gave me a key.
My God, just I got a place in the woods that you can stay at. Yeah, that's
You look. You can have this key. I don't know whose fucking room this is. He would slide a hand in his bag. So he took out a small key, sliding it across the table. I don't even know whose apartment that's supposed to be.
Does that have
If
a
you-
note
if you
attached to the key at all? Like,
Zorman, given by the fact that you have tremor sense, you could tell that given how worn this key is, it originally had at the handle of it an inscription of numbers that is very hard to read at this point, but it actually has an address written in Sylvan on it.
where is it?
That would be definitely in the Elven Courts, in one of the more hot population dense market
So they
city
gave them
areas.
an apartment in the Elven Courts.
They gave me an apartment, and the thing about that was I don't understand whatever language that is, and I can't tell what
Oh,
numbers
you-
are.
Oh, you don't read Sylvan, don't you?
I don't know, Sylvan.
Oh, I
God,
think
Theo.
that's the language that the boss taught me how to read.
Yeah, I read Sylvan. It's a requirement for our documents. Oh God.
Oh, you make documents in Sylvan. That is such relief.
Well, it's partially Sylvan, partially Common, partially Elvish.
The odd part is I don't know Sylvan, but I know Loxodon. I know Elephant.
You know Loxodon?
Yes.
You get to speak Loxodon to them.
What is Loxodon?
Make an elephant noise.
Make an elephant
Do it.
noise.
No.
Damn it, Brick! I was setting up that joke.
Mm.
Good enough.
Emor said probably fuck you an elephant.
Yeah, but okay, I'll put that in my pocket, I guess.
Yes, but I would prefer a house that's more in the forest. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't like populated areas when it comes to housing.
It's
Cause
fine, Maddie. Creed literally got a castle in.
I'll say this now. The one time I did have to deal with populated rooming is I had the loudest fucking neighbors above me. It was a couple.
I've had to deal with people being very loud. It's depending on how rude they are. Depends on if I kick them out of their house or not. There's this one couple that was very rude to me, like absurdly rude, because they didn't realize I was the person who owned the building. They thought I was just like a low-level landlord, and then I just told them to get the fuck out. That was interesting.
Seems like something.
Yeah, but I actually got a few buildings How nice of one would you like? I have.
Yeah, I don't need something too nice. Something comfortable.
I can give you the keys and all that for it later.
I don't
Also, how
appreciate it.
much? Here's a question. How much gold do you guys actually have? I'm curious, honestly.
The 0 gold in my let me go check. The 20 gold I have in my.
I keep some extra on me for emergencies, but most of it I just send to my mom.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't. As much as I do get paid for my bounty hunting gig, I don't really use it. I mainly use it for more purposes, which is just more helping those.
So,
So I'm gonna have about 20 gold in my fucking lid.
okay, so I'm gonna give you both a investment. Take, Zorn would kind of just grab in their bag, holding 2 pouches they have. They kind of look in them, just like count over them real quick. Okay, yeah, I thought I had this much in this pouch, and then you do the same thing for the other one. Here you go. They kind of like toss. They kind of like toss both of you a pouch. And there is 1,000 gold worth of platinum. Should keep you going until our first job at least. Consider it an investment.
Treasure just opens the bag slightly, looks in, looks back up, looks back down again, mouth opens, closes again.
Vincent would fumble with the bag that came towards him.
Okay. I don't know what to do with this much.
It's more just so that if you want to be able to buy something, you can, and to actually be able to buy
I'm gonna
food
buy
and
your
such.
mother with it.
It should.
If you say that in character, Erger will immediately draw his rapier and point it at you.
I'm not that.
What did Vincent say?
Vincent didn't say
I'm gonna
anything.
buy your mother with this.
Out of character, I said I could buy your mother with this money. Out of character, I'm not that stupid.
Say that in character. I dare you.
No, because it doesn't fit Vincent.
But yeah, that should be able to last you the seven or so years until our first mission. Should be able to get you all the food you need and resources and such.
That would be nice. It's the thing about that is the Alpha Council gave us basically nothing when we're supposed to live here for like 7 years.
It's fine. I have, and also don't worry about the money. I have like 72 more thousand gold.
You might want to discuss with the Elven Council about that or something. Because seriously, they really need to work on their ethics.
Oh yeah, the Elven Council's stingy as hell. I know. I was the person who funded our entire war, half of our war with they. I basically personally funded that with resources.
Okay, I'm starting to realize the issues and funds.
The war of they would not have happened if me and Creed wouldn't have started getting everything rolling well. Creed had to convince that man's boss to actually help. That was a fun situation from what I heard.
Yeah,
you mean my boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like to do much.
He had a very fun talk apparently to get him to do something in the war. Apparently.
I think he was probably out having me tell someone he didn't want to help for that when that happened.
You know, I will say, Zorman.
Yeah.
You mentioned interrogation before. Have you tried discussing with the interview? Have you tried discussing with the people here when you want to try to schedule a day with all of them?
Schedule can be decently loose. I'm just trying to get it done eventually. doesn't really have to be strict scheduling with that. I more just have to schedule also with some of the 2 people in the church to get that done.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
have to take precautions to make sure some other evil organizations aren't trying to infiltrate Star Mantle again.
Yeah,
Oh
especially
yeah.
with
Hearing Zorman say that, Erjor activates Divine Sense on impulse. Is there anything evil within 60 feet? Rick does not appear to be here.
What's up?
Is there
What you need?
anything evil that would be detected by Divine Sense within 60 feet?
Divine Sense doesn't detect evil. It detects
I'm-
celestials, fiends, and undead, which
I know it. I was.
Wait, does it detect Fae?
it might. I don't remember. Though slight bit of
Moonwish.
celestial off of Moonwish.
Yeah.
Slight bit of celestial off of Moonwish.
there's a Celestia off my necklace.
That's not a
No,
It
no.
like
detects
actual
any
creature type.
celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, and within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated.
Yeah, it is. This place has definitely been consecrated, and also, you know, and Moonwish, while not being celestial, has definitely that kind of aura to
It
them.
is actually described as a smell, so Moonwish just smells really nice.
Moonwish got that like
Also,
angel scent,
Where's
dog.
the description there? That's a Vincent's fun.
All
hey,
dogs go to heaven.
Hey, could Eardror, could I get a deception roll from you? Because I'm activating an ability to check something.
Hey man, why are we activating all
a
the stuff right now?
deception roll. Got it.
Yeah.
Why are we activating all of our stuff right now, man?
Confusing, but
shit.
okay, that's an 8. I crit fail.
Okay, so have you lied to me at all within our conversation? And was your alignment?
I have not lied as far as I am aware a single time, and my alignment, I believe, is set as chaotic good. But this might end up just being a god situation where it's not at all that, and it's just lawful good.
Okay, you might be lawful good or chaotic good. It's unknown at this current moment because
Neutral
characters.
good.
Okay,
He's
neutral.
fucking good. He's good.
He's
He's a
good.
good person.
Neutral
He's
good.
a very good person.
Neutral good. Okay.
Very good
I'm a
person.
good person until you even insinuate that you might do something mildly unpleasant to my mother.
You're lawful good. You're lawful good. That's
lawful good.
with your oath and everything else. You're just straight up lawful good.
You go to Duke's,
Fine.
you go to Duke's character and you're like, hey man, and you say something about their mother. It's just they just pull their weapon out.
Okay, to be fair, your sentence was, I could buy your mother with this.
Hey, question. Oh yeah, question real quick.
Yeah.
What is your current mood?
Uncertain, but mostly positive.
Also, the Vincent? I don't know how to say it. Vincent.
Vincent.
I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
names. It's really hard.
Vinny.
Vinny.
Also, what's Vincent's?
I call him Vinny.
Huh?
What's your current mood?
My current mood. That's actually a good question. I wasn't thinking of that.
Character's current mood.
I
can just ask this.
You could. You could.
You can't be the 33, so I can just ask this.
I'd say he's pretty calm. He's not. It's not like. I'm trying to think how to explain it. It's more like comfortable to be able to talk with someone. Like instead of being alone.
Okay.
And talking to a fucking bird.
Okay. Anyways, back to conversation. Oh,
Okay.
fun. Oh yeah, funny thing. Moonish can write, by the way. I taught them that.
Oh my god, the dog is more literate than Airshore.
The dog has a higher intelligence than you, Airdrop.
The dog
It
has an
does.
intelligence of 10. It can write.
Let me check my. Let me check that. Where's my characters?
The dog has an intelligence of 10. It
You
can
are
write.
literally sub dog.
I have the same intelligence as the dog.
I am a sub wolf.
My intelligence.
I would like to point out my intelligence is a 13. It's higher than the dog.
My intelligence is also as a 10.
So you're just as smart as the dog. Got it.
And then I have a 24 in dexterity.
So do I.
It
24 in wisdom,
seems as
last
though DMs quite like having animal companions that outrank me in intelligence.
No, that wasn't the DM. That was me.
I know.
Oh yeah,
No,
the dog also has 145 hit points.
Jesus Christ.
Tough.
Bro,
is
I'm
really
mine
powerful.
too!
Oh yeah, it has more hit points than me. I have 133.
Yeah, it has more hit points than me.
It does
How'd
have-
you get? Wait, what? We worked it out last night that it was
Mhm.
slightly below you. What the
Tough feet.
fuck happened?
I gave it the tough feet.
You added tough to it. Okay.
Okay.
You did
That's
not mention this to me at any point.
Well, it's one of those things they just removed
Alright.
the remembrance. So just added tough. Oh yeah, and also I got ability score improvement. So I just
Well-
increased the con modifier to 18.
Yeah.
So
we were talking about ourselves before you came in. If you like, you could actually tell us a bit about yourself. I haven't heard it. More about you. You have been clearly excited with the news place, as I can tell, but I'm curious to hear more about you. We'd look over to you.
About me?
Yeah, but yes, you, Erjor? Erjor, was it?
Yes, Airshore.
Erjor.
Well, I prefer to not talk about anything before the last 50 years, but
No,
Uh,
that is perfectly fine.
Huh?
No, it's perfectly fine. You can just tell us what you wish to tell us.
okay. Well, I mostly live with my mom when I'm not going out on missions. I spend all the time out doing things for the boss, because he doesn't like to do most things himself. Uh, are you asking for what I do, or for, like, things that I like,
Oh, originally I asked Zorman about their backstory, but I know some people wouldn't like to, well, let people push too much. So you can just tell us what you wish, either if it's just facts about yourself, your life, or maybe it's something you find interesting.
Okay. This is Norman. Permission to draw my rapier?
Sure. I mean, you could just do it. Create draws as weapon all the time.
Okay. He pulls out the weapon. So, this is actually made from one of the boss's horns. He had it specially made for me when I became his right-hand man. I call it Arbiter.
Cool.
It's basically my favorite thing that I've ever had. I really like the texture. He says he runs his hand along the blade. It is a piercing weapon, so it doesn't hurt him.
Aren't you wearing gloves?
But yeah, he's also wearing gloves.
Okay. They're my favorite texture, he says while rubbing it with a glove. Anyways,
Well,
continue.
You can very much still feel things through these gloves because they're invisible and thin.
Anyways. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also have the thing I showed you earlier. And he pulls out the planter box again. I really like taking care of these. They take a while to grow, and I've only had a couple, and my mom has most of them right now. But it's just really rewarding.
I grow poisons.
One of these is technically poisonous, the other is acidic, and this one's really hot. He's just pointing at the red one. This one's cold, pointing at the white one, and this one makes electricity, pointing at the blue one.
That's concerning.
If you wish, Merit, or wish, you two could make nature checks.
Nature checks. Wait, where is that? Where?
But yeah, I assume you have no
Skill.
problem with Marin just instantly recognizing these.
I mean, my nature check is a natural.
Marin's
Can
intelligence
I make it a
24.
survival check?
This would have to be a specific, like, studied nature.
Oh, I'm just have to roll a d20.
It's not crazy.
Regular d20. Here I go.
Wisdom nature?
You have not seen one of these before.
Wow, I got 10.
Okay.
Zorman does not look at
Just-
books.
I got a 2.
Yeah, you guys don't know. You guys don't know
I
what these are.
believe Marin called them
flowers.
chromatic roses.
Oh. I never read it all. I never read all the books for the plant types and the ranger.
Yeah, they can be a little dangerous with normal people, but they're also, as long as you don't blow on them, they protect you.
So danger dandelions, got it.
Well, what happens if you blow on them?
Have you ever fought a dragon?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so many dragons. So many.
Does a
fucking
bad chance
dragons.
breathe poison on you?
This one does, he says, pointing at the green one.
What about the red one? What's the red one do?
Fire.
Oh, fine.
Huh.
That was actually the one I spoke
So
to.
does your planter box allow you to grow them, or what?
It's a very specific, it lets them grow consistently. And it helps them not wither when they're picked.
Can you grow other things in the planter box?
Probably, but I don't know if I'd want to.
Neat.
I guess I already showed you the gloves. Those were just a gift.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This was the only thing I really have from my father. He says, only at the hood of his cloak.
Magical cloak. Is it like the cloak of Elvenkind Kamari has, or what?
I think that's what it was. He called it.
Interesting.
Azure reaches into his backpack, pulls out some little mechanism thingy. Got this from a gnomish village once. I've never been able to figure out what it does, but it's pretty interesting. Just little things like this. I've never understood them, but they're cool.
This is the most bizarre contraption you've ever fucking seen.
I have someone who can figure that out.
I don't really care much for that. It's just
If you
nice
want,
to
you can make
see.
an investigation check, actually.
I can't.
So if you want to check it out,
Insight?
investigation. Dude.
something
It's
I-
a fucking
Angel begging
Yes.
for wisdom checks.
Something I've realized is Zorman is one of the best characters for interrogation. Mainly the reason of they're blind, but they can see your facial expression. It's like if your face expression changed to fear, they would know.
There's a reason they have plus 15 to insight.
Again, tough looking ass.
Natural 20.
So Zorman, what you can tell is that that is the ultimate mashed potato maker. It is a potato peeler, it is a potato masher, and it'll whisk it into the perfect fucking texture based on how you can tremor sense all of the technicalities going into it. If you press on the top and you leave it in a bucket of potatoes, you will have the most amazing set of mashed potatoes you've ever fucking tasted on the planet.
That's a mashed potato set. If you
Oh,
put that in
that's
a,
what it does.
if you put that
Give
in
this
like
to my
a
mom.
bucket
She might
full
like
of-
that.
If you put in a bucket of potatoes, it will make really good mashed potatoes.
Huh. Thank you.
Huh. It can also peel potatoes. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
There's
They
a
do the same
second
thing
setting
for
on the bottom to
apples.
make it into French fries.
Yeah, if it can peel a potato, it can peel an apple. Yeah.
Okay. Next time I see my mom, I'll give this to her. Thank you.
You cannot deny me that that is something a gnome would make completely and entirely. That is such a gnomish bullshit design, and you cannot argue me that.
Wonder if they could make applesauce if you put in a bucket of apples.
Also, Zerman, you might want to keep an eye on Airshore. He might burn through all his money for shit like this.
Also, Erazor, if you were making any purchases over 10 gold, please just check with me first so I know you aren't blowing money.
Oh, okay.
If you need me, do you guys have a map of the city yet? Please tell me they handed you a map to the city, or of the city.
Did I get a map?
Airshore, you know the city. Airshore, you know the city.
I know the city
what
pretty
about
well.
me?
You're still kind of new here.
They didn't give me a map.
Oh God, what? Do the oven courts know what they're doing? No, they don't. We all know they don't.
I will be completely honest with you. I'm lost in this place.
Okay. Let's see, do I? Okay, so Zorman would think about it, then go. Okay. Think if I go through here and then go through here, would kind of just like rummage through their bag of holding real quick, as they would be like taking some stuff out for a second, as you would see like some weird iron bolts for a second, as you would see a wooden stake for a second, as then they move that off to the side. You would see like an entire mess kit they pull out for a second, with a water skin and a violin. Like seems like a violin case. As in they go, and then also like this really cool looking great axe, as they put that to the side, as they go, oh, here, I have a spare map. It's a little bit outdated by a few years, but I had to have this for construction reasons.
I appreciate it.
Should probably put that stuff back in there. If you go to, or open the map and like circle building. If you go to this building, that's where I'm usually at. That's where my main headquarters is for my business. If I'm not there, talk to the receptionist. They have a sending stone that they can sending me if anything, if you need to talk to me. Have they given? Oh wait, they should have actually. Did they give you your guys' sending stones yet?
I feel like they gave us nothing.
The sending stones are to okay. The sending stones are definitely given. They have the sending stones. So for context, I'm pretty sure I've told everyone this, but like if I didn't, wow.
Well,
Every
what?
person on this task force team is assigned a special sending stone, right? A sending stone lets you
Oh.
cast the spell sending. Sending, you can telepathically message literally fucking anyone you know, so long as you know, uh, so long as they're conscious and willing and shit. If they're on the same plane as you, it guaranteed happens. If it's on a different plane, there's a 5% chance it doesn't work. The only people that cannot receive sending with these sending stones are people that cannot cast sending by any means whatsoever. So yeah, but these also have a secondary feature where if you crush them, you will teleport to this room that you guys are in right now. This little council room, you will teleport back home if you crush it, right? So it will just bring you back here no matter where the fuck you are. You are back here,
So
which
sweet.
basically is a get out of jail free card.
Do you mean the fancy rock they gave me?
That's a sending stone. You think of the person when you're holding that stone, you can think of a person you want to send a message to, and then you can basically just send them a message of whatever you want. They can choose to accept or deny the messages, so don't spam people with messages.
So it's essentially
They will hear this as Zorman pull out a sending stone, and then you just hear like a ping in your head as Zorman
I'm
will
assuming if
send a
you
message.
spam someone with messages, that's going to just constantly ping in their head.
Yes. They will also probably try to punch you in the face next time they see you.
I see this place doesn't have a form of blocking people.
No, it doesn't. Let's just say Creed casted sending to Blythe a lot one time, and then Blythe just kind of punched Creed in the face. Really hard. Yeah.
You know, this really seems inconvenient.
It's very convenient to find people and talk to them.
Yes, but it seems inconvenient to the fact of just. I don't think half these people would want to get spammed in the fucking head.
It's why it's suggested you don't. What's that roll?
Okay then.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
Were you just making a
You
will
nat
save?
20'd it? You're
I
kidding me.
nat 20.
All right. Yeah. So, Erzhor has took out like a little block of wood, and just started carving some shit into it, and it is a perfect depiction of an elvish woman, like
Huh?
absolutely fucking immaculate.
Yeah,
That
this
is
is my mom.
a gorgeous depiction.
That's a really nice wooden statue. I'm impressed.
If you want to sell that, you could sell that for a good amount of money, actually.
If you want,
Rick,
I could.
look at me in my
I
eyes.
know. I know.
Hey,
You're not gonna sell a statue of your mother.
You could.
I nat 20 that shit.
If you want,
Yeah.
you could either paint that yourself, or I could get someone to paint it. Or I could paint that myself, actually.
You have someone who could teach me how to paint?
I know how to paint. A friend taught me. It was very
Elves can-
interesting
el-
learning to paint whenever I couldn't see color for a long time.
Elves with trans can just straight up pick up painter's tool proficiency if you really want it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Vincent,
That
well,
sounds boring. I'm gonna let Zorban do it. Yeah, that would be nice.
Vincent would slowly.
I want to be there when you do it, though, so I can tell you the right colors.
Okay.
What's that?
Vincent would slowly push himself up in the chair. Well, fuck. It's been nice talking with you, Phil. I should probably head out.
You have a nice night.
If you do ever wish to speak with other people, in the other room, Well, if you ever need to reach me, I'll just use this strange rock you gave me.
Yeah, if you go to this spot in the woods, would kind of just circle it on the map. There should be a house there, and then Zorman would kind of just go in the back holding.
Alright then, well, if you ever need to
This
reach
key
me,
should work. Kind of.
Alright.
Would you say it would be reasonable for Erjor to have casted guidance on himself prior to this check?
Her.
Or would guidance not work on this because it's not a skill
Yes,
check?
it does. It is. It's an ability check.
Ah, right, it's ability check. Anyway, let's see if this just hits a 4.
It's 33. It's not bad.
Yeah. Doesn't change much, just eh.
Still really good.
Yeah.
I like that. Painters. But yeah, it's. Wonder what they're in the other room talking about now.
I guess we should probably not avoid them.
I think it was pretty interesting talking to you.
Yeah, I agree.
Do try to remember. I can help you actually. Sounds like you would actually really like a gardening business.
Yeah, that does sound nice.
If you want, I could try to help you set up a gardening shop that is basically a house connected to a greenhouse. I guess it doesn't exactly work right now, but I can get some druid friends of mine to cast that lunar spell to actually give light to plants.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah. He pulls out a little jar of paint that he keeps in his backpack.
Oh. Yeah, that spell came out after I stopped being able to cast ranger stuff, so I never learned
This is
it.
Norman trying to figure out this motherfucker's class is just hilarious.
I'm so confused by you. Constantly. But yeah, I could help you set something like that up eventually.
I believe you literally just did put lunar photosynthesis on fucking every spell list.
No, it's just cleric, paladin, druid, ranger.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
No wizard, sorcerers, or warlocks. Fuck you.
The only person in the party that actually knew it, could have known it besides me, is Erko.
Yep. And Hyacinth. Or Hyacinth, sorry.
Hyacinth.
Hyacinth.
But yeah. Huh. Well, let's walk over there, see what they're doing.
Alright. Erjor clearly does not look excited at the prospect of even being in the same room as Violet.
I'm touching the underground city. I'm good.
Zorman
Yeah, that's smart.
That room.
Hi, Angel.
I am also here.
What are y'all
I
doing?
was telling Z about how Creed can stealth now and prepare all his buff things.
There's more Skulk?
Tara's having a fun time. So that's cool.
So much. Maddie, you're gonna have a great time when you get here.
Oh yeah, I love.
Play end over here then?
Yeah. It ended a long time ago.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Guess that's it for tonight then.
It
Yeah.
seems so. We've been
I'd
at
say
it
the meet
for
and greet
like
went
4
well.
hours.
Yeah.
The
Angel.
meet and greet went well.